lost, but now in the found was blood, but now how sweet. Trust grace that taught my heart to feel, embrace my free relief. Our faith shows that for grace appeared the hour I first believed. My chains I fall, I've been set free. My God, my Savior is on to me. In the light that flows is my sea waves. I need the Lord, amazing grace. The Lord has promised His word, my hope secure. Have you my shell and be part as long as the life enduring. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior is unto me. In the light that falls is my sea waves. I need the Lord, amazing grace. I need the Lord, amazing grace. To save like it now, sun for me to shine, but God, why can't let me here below? You be forevermore. You be Obrigada, galera. Plateia abençoada. Hallelujah, for the Lord God Almighty reigns.
Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. There's about 32 minutes past your 6 o'clock. Namaste, a pleasant good morning to Moon Sami and Brong. Hey, Wendy and John, good morning. Desmond Hines. In fact, Jason Mitchell, good morning. Hey, Timothy, Timo, Roberts, a pleasant good morning to you. Afiza D. Mohammed, good morning. Roger. Mohammed, good morning. Durat Mohan, good morning. Balroop, good morning. Nathaniel, good morning. Marilyn C. Charan, good morning to you. Matilda Rhodes, good morning. Anne Marie Amin, a pleasant good morning to you.
Bang, bang, bang.
Them three ladies is my first set of online outsiders, you know. Ladies, women. Yeah. I remember them because they used to always come in a bunch. When we first launched online and things. Marilyn C. Charan. Matilda Rhodes. Anne Marie Amin. Can't forget them names, man. I know them names by heart. Three beautiful women.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hey, I must say a pleasant good morning to my baby. A pleasant good morning to you. And just remember these next three. What the name of the tune that come on the singing all in the arm? Push back when we fight in the fight. These three Hindu women. Baby. Not baby Rampasad. Let me say morning to baby Rampasad. Oh, it's two babies. So they say my baby. Teacher Balmain. Video from Vancouver. They come and sing or do the prayer, certain prayer, man. I don't remember that, you know. That is sent me that the name of that thing, you know. And 007 always look on how they in UK. He ain't easy neither. When next partner they to Canada was the first one from Canada. Mr. Ramlarine. Yes, Mr. Ramlarine. His son Adish. Nicholas Ramlarine. He always Andy. yes. What the hell, boy? I reading and read about? Well, like the Pitbull going and pass away or something. Well, why read and read? Like you know, going back and bam and boom. And then this next miserable one day too, all the well, I know what I'm talking about to this call. And they only forget me. I went all from this to get the first meeting I was there. Miss Lorna. Yes. Miss Lorna. And then we hear from Miss Lawrence. Dennis Lawrence, the footballer, national footballer mother. For a while, we hear from Miss Lawrence. I just see if I could, I wonder if I just see if we could think. We hear from Mr. Tuna Puna a while too. I wonder if everything is all right with him too. Yeah. Nigel Black, good morning. Rick, good morning. Damian, good morning.
Water you turned into wine.
Salisha, good morning.
Open the eye.
Janelle, good morning. Abraham, good morning. Lisa Ali, good morning.
Like you.
Well, look, I now see Marilyn C. Charan here. Good morning. I ain't see Anne-Marie Amin yet. I ain't see Matilda Rhodes yet. Remember, I think I'll go back for them up there. Hey, Mr. Lenny, a pleasant good morning to you.
There's no one like you.
My next partner want me today, Mr. Clarence and Faye, good morning to you all. Angie out there, which is Miss Brooklyn, good morning. Iron Woman, Mommy Juice, good morning. Hey, look at Miriam in there, man. Gemma, good morning. Yo, Brady Bonds, good morning. Divika Balkaran, she a long time too. Divika Balkaran. Esther Smith, good morning. Nigel Black, I don't tell you morning. Ryan Ali, John. Roll Passat, Ian all around there, and Ryan Ali. Oh, God. Everybody start to get accustomed to each other. Plenty of them will be around long, you know. But I'm talking about the first intervention because remember, plenty of them are around long, maybe longer than the people are calling. But when we talking about the first intervention online now. All remember, plenty only switch online when only had no choice. But so long as only Gary on radio, only used to be on only radio. But it have those who was online with us because them had no choice. They had to be online in order to hear we. I thought one or two locals were was online with we early, you know, but because there wasn't getting no good reception with this. My mind telling me whenever we go back on radio, although we getting real powerful reception. Although we hearing with every nook and cranny, my mind telling me that. I had to raise my magic 1 hour. Betty go. Morning, Raquel. Matty Matt, good morning. Gloria Escala, blessing, good morning to you. How you going? She and all around long, you know. She ain't easy. Rishi, good morning. Patsy Pundit, good morning to you. MNBVC KSV. Oh God, better say 3508. 35087. Kenrick Passad, he are wrong long too, you know. Yeah, that truck man, Kenrick, he are wrong long. Remember, he had no choice. He wasn't on radio, you know. Andy! Yeah, he think. Andy! Man, yeah, he's get passionate. You know when he call? Andy! Man, I know what I'm telling you, man. Trump is going in there. Dead or alive, Andy. Maduro have to go, Andy. Andy, we're not making joke, Andy. Maduro have to go. Oh, sir. Oh, yes. You go swear he's the defense minister of America and all you. Going for Maduro. Oh, Lord. Wait now, good morning. Oh, shucks. When I listen to I say, but I say Trump going and blow up, so Trump going and take out. But look, Trump ain't go for Maduro yet, Kenrick. All our warship, Kenrick. All the artillery. And Maduro still there. And I seen an article out Trump and them say they ain't got no legal reason or legitimate reason to send nobody on the ground. Hey, you know what we belong to? Narin Harrigan. Yeah, that's Dave and Deborah. Good morning to Dave and Deborah. Good morning to you all. Noella, good morning. Goben Lakshmidiyal, good morning. Michael Scotland, good morning. Bujam John, good morning. Bernadette, Matu, good morning. This thing moving so fast now. Han Brown here. What update you have for we Han Brown? All I know is say you're going to Tobago and you're going to look for Mother Bernie. Well, let me say pleasant good morning to Mother Bernie and the whole of Tobago. You've been about Silver Fox a long time now. Good morning. David Sammy G. Jr., good morning. Pearl Daniel, good morning. Afisa D. Mom, and a pleasant good morning to you. I don't say Anne Brown. Princess Tong. Good morning, Princess Tong. Miss Coover too. And it have Anne Brown, it have Anne Jackman. Good morning. Gasman, good morning. How we go forget Delia? Dana. Valencia Rex Counselor Neil De Silva. Or forget Counselor Mohan. Darren Mohan Vega the Opu, that the church one. His brother Denver Mohan. Oh, Nasser Hussein. He's our old Muslim, you know. Boy, if me and like Nasser Hussein, boy, Nasser. Hey. Nasser, my partner, man. Hey, the two counselors. The two ombudsman. Down there in Grandi Day. Humble woman and humble man day. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no Susan Holder. Older woman. And the older man Angar. Yeah.
Our God is greater. Our God is strong.
And these two always working together too. The chairman and
Higher than
Calvin Sicharan and
other. Our God is
this next one they so. Karen.
our God.
Tunarain, good morning. I'm missing plenty. You know, Elizabeth Duke, good morning.
Into the darkness you shine.
Oh God, it's Ethelbert Duke, good morning.
We run.
And Zabarangani, good morning. Donna, good morning. Bobby, Sergio, good morning.
None like you.
Hey, Tony, Harry, good morning. First time, a long time I see this name, you know, it's the first time. That was say it plenty, always be lock on the Brown Report, right? But only hiding in the background. Hiding. Only like Ian Allen, you know. Only McQueen. When only come in the Pitbull house, when only come on the ground report. Go hide, same morning. Just morning, let me see all the name. Sharon Rampersad, good morning. Frank James, good morning, a senior. Balroop, you ain't want to reach back here. Ramona, morning, that Ramona sing. Now sing she day. Eh? Donna Willal, you are wrong long too. Zebrangani, Pungela Mohan. Yeah. Matilda Rhodes, nice. I now see you. I see Marlene Citran. I ain't seen Anne-Marie Armin. Them is my three first online women, you know. Yeah. Ganesh, good morning. Three serious women when they come to the country, you know. The love Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. With the exception of this one, every morning they telling me he's a dog. Slimy. I won't even make any other program about me yet. He like to make program. What's the program going nice? We want no troublemakers, I serious. Me not on that. From the time you're hot in my head, wait, I say in plain. I draw the line. I don't want to, yeah. From the time you're a PNM dissident, I don't know part. Oh, Mina Steiner. Yeah, she out there in Australia a long time too, boy. Yeah, Mina Steiner. Oh, God. Tell her man they out there too in South Korea. I say what the hell? That next one, New Zealand. But see, we have about 25 New Zealand. There's lock on in New Zealand. 25 people from New Zealand. New Zealand plus Australia. It have about 56 people from Australia. There's lock on. I say, but what the hell? I say, about all over the world, them Trinidadian, them Trinidadians. Yeah. I see Matilda Roba. I ain't seen Anne-Marie Amin. That's the only one I see. I see Marilyn Sicharan. I ain't see my baby. I ain't see Teacher Balmain. She ain't called me for a while, you know. I see my brother from another mother, Kishan Ali. Kishan, how we going, my brother? A fighter, you know. He a fighter too. Martin Lewis, good morning. Yeah. I see Naz. Naz is my girl. Naz, a pleasant good morning to you. Mr. Ann, tell Mr. Ali I say good morning to him. Well, Moonsami come on the she used to be radio. Yeah. Sherry Ann, I see her there too. Jesse, I see her there too. Joyce Singh, I see her. Dave, I see her there too, Dave. Right, the casino all over, man. Today Friday, I don't call out all over. What? Frank James, Betty Gotigo boy, Sita, Hercules, what happened? Michael Khan, how we going? Amzar Khan, how we going? Zamed, Mohamed, what happened? Where's the latest? Today when you go to Muscle 1 o'clock, pray for the Pitbull, you know. Yeah, pray for the Pitbull. I want to be at service, but like my only service is on radio with all here, boy. What the hell is this? Karen, good morning. Bujam John, you are wrong long, you know. Hey, yeah, boy, he are wrong long, boy. 007 say, I used to say good morning to the all taxi drivers, maxi drivers, to all PH vehicles, buses. Yeah, but he are wrong long. Yeah, 007 not wrong, long. Because he in New York, he in Britain, so he had to be locked on. Well, Kenrick, what part of the place Kenrick is there? Kenrick, I need you to call early. Nothing ain't going on in Venezuela. Trump ain't go for this man yet. Why? The largest aircraft carrier in the world, down on this side. The way you talk, boy, Kenrick, boy. What's my America going to go now and Trinidad in trouble? So now America gone because they ain't do Venezuela nothing. They ain't change regime. Where when they change the regime, we will better talk to the new president. That Biden and Kamala go. We go get a dog with drug and gas deal. Trinidad go boom again. Nothing is going on in Venezuela. When Kenrick talk, I say, well, Trump going for this man. Andy, man, I know I'm saying, Andy. CIA is done today, Andy. All of that thing, boy. All the news, all CNN, everybody dying down with talk, with this, with going for Maduro, you know. I seen where Congress across there, Trump administration admitting about there are no legal grounds to go. I can't understand this, Kenrick. What kind of news you bring for we, Kenrick Prasad, boy? Margaret, morning. Kabul, morning. Hillary, morning, Hillary. Ann Williams, morning. Judy Ali, morning. Brent Williams, morning. I think you call today, boy. Give me a call after the program, Brent. Donna Gockens, morning. Jason Mitchell, morning. Michael Scott, I tell you morning, you know. Krishna, morning, morning. Katie, Acton, morning. Cyril, Rup Chansing, morning. Jason Jeffries, morning. Princess Tong, I don't tell you morning already. Rupap Lal, morning. Matilda Rhodes, I don't see you. I ain't seen Anne-Marie Amen. Irene. I don't have Irene. Irene, morning. Roseman, morning. Lucy. See that name, Lucy? Oh, God, that's a serious old name too, like my next one day. So, Betty and all of them. Lucy. Lucy. Bring my tea for me, Lucy. Lucy, you done make my breakfast? Lucy.
Oh, Lord.
Lucy, come and rub my back there for me, there, girl, Lucy. Lucy, my knee hurting me, Lucy. Lucy, come and rub my knee there for me, Lucy. Ral Prasad says Silver Fox is that Obi man and Tobago boy. Me know that. Bernard KR, you know, joining we. It's 5:40 in America. Ashmir, morning. Nigel Kwashi, morning. Ashmir to morning. Hey, Shahid Mohammed, a pleasant good morning. Sandy Jones, what's up? And out here. Stefan morning. Ramis morning. Mina Rodriguez morning. Afrina Mohammed morning. Peter Samlal Singh morning. Sandy Ford Bihari morning from New York City. Right, you see all they coming out. Let me see all you. Why are they hiding so? Anybody hiding and then same morning? Right, like I seen user 11111. Right. Wait, I think I see thin line or something. So you right? They done gone. Troy Smith morning. Peter Brown morning. Right. Let me see and get customer some all in a man. Just School morning. Jill Monroe morning. Primraj morning. Naris morning. Patricia Reed. I don't like to quote a woman so long, no Patricia Reed. I don't like that, you know. You're taking too long to confine to my love, you know. It's either you want it or somebody else go get it, you know, ma'am. I ain't seeing since then. You ain't seen nothing good that this new government do or implement or doing. I ain't gonna lie, if you have nothing good to say, you don't say nothing really much. But have you ever no, because I like real woman and no birds. You hear me, Patricia Reed? If today you, Patricia Reed, can't tell me one good thing that you see in 6 months. One good that this government do. Just one. It means you're not real. I had overs you. Don't tell me about promises. Patricia Reed, I don't even want no promises. Because it have promises in the election that these people fulfill. I want to see, before the day done, Patricia Reed, if you could tell me one thing that you could say, all right now, they do this good. I done with you. Because it means you're a hypocrite, you're not real, and it means you could kill me. So I can't be with you. It means you're bad mind. It means that you're really a PNM fanatic. You're not godly. Because again, let me be real, Patricia Reed. You can't tell me. You tell me about like mistakes they're making. You just let me know. But you can't tell me about one good thing that you see this government do. If by today, you can't tell me one good thing other than tell me about promises. Me and you done. I ain't calling your name again. Never. Never would I call your name again. When I done with a woman, I don't want no dealings. I think I see Monica there. Monica. Morning. Troy Smith. Morning. Sunil. Ramota. Morning. I ain't see. Yes, I now see Maria Mindy. Morning, I'm Maria Amin. So I see Matilda Rhodes. I see Maria Amin. And I see Marilyn Chicharan. Hillary. Charles. Morning. Yes, happy Friday. You see, right? All they come in, let me get familiar with some all in a man. All to the outside, they McQueen. Especially my foreign Trinidadians and them out there, so. Come in sometime and say, hi, morning, Andy. Right, I see Monica. Ramki soon. Yes. Brian, morning. Andy's. See Mongol, morning. All right. You could kick some Patricia. Let me see where she's saying. I making joke, but I like real woman pregnant. Ma'am, real woman. They out here with pie in the sky. Again. Them people, I waiting to see, you know. If you Patricia, will be able to tell we one good thing that you satisfied that this government do. If you, boy, are you waiting to see, boy? I see they implement the children life fund, put it in place proper for sick children. You can say, nah, that was a good one. I see they get rid of the demerit points, but leave the severe demerit points such as dangerous driving, drinking under the influence of alcohol, and to make sure where people that lose their license could think. That is not some good. The property tax that they get rid of and come back with the land and building taxes or reform. And yes, we'll be taxing people who have rentals and them gonna. You telling me you ain't see nothing good them people do, boy? That the people at Trinidad and Tobago happy with, boy? They promise to the people the 10%. You want to be a family in Trinidad and Tobago, Patricia. Or you want to be in Trinidad and Tobago here. Nothing, you telling me you ain't see nothing good they do? Look, the recently was in Tobago. Look, the organize and gain Tobago, the own mining thing they to organize to make like money and made other serious things and changes where Tobago could have ease in doing business and closer to self-determination. You telling me the PNM did the PNM promised them that too? You telling me you ain't seeing nothing, boy? Radical, morning. Shareen Lee, you're late. Morning. She. Hello from St. Lucia. Yes, she from St. Lucia. Morning, right. I want to do. Elizabeth, morning. I want to come out and say, home invasion. Look here, here, Patricia Reid. Home invasion still there. Murders still there. School violence still there. Sway. Patricia Reid. Don't tell me we're still there and we're working on. Have you seen just one good thing that this government did for this country so far? I go see today views are realist. Tara Brandon, good morning. And when all hail me too, let me know all from me, if all know all let me know what part all I tell me exact address, New York, Miami, New Jersey, Australia, let me know. Nisha Khan, morning. I see you too. Lokon in Komoto, right. Only must say morning sometime. I know plenty only Lokon. But they don't say hi. Because they don't want to give all themselves right. But there's no bacchanal again. So don't worry. Nobody in buffing up all here. Nobody in getting on with all here. Be brave to say morning. Be brave to put in only 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. And the Tobago debt will be our debt. And it's Trinidad and Tobago. You ain't telling me nothing. Nothing. A promise of 10 with no allocation. That is, what good you see the government do? You only jump in my head with all kind of chupet talk there now, no Patricia. Trencia Hira, morning. Lawrence Sital, morning. Right, out there in Newmarket, Ontario. Right. Very good. First time I seen you. Thanks for saying morning. Yes, join us. Marvin, morning. Alexander, morning. Elsie, morning. Where's our Miss D? Yolanda Cordner, you're late, morning. Raymond, morning. Nimbali Khan, morning. Dave, morning. Portia John Charles, morning. Annette, morning. Soka Dolly, why your name Soka Dolly? Gail, morning. Imagine that, Soka Dolly, you know. Where is that? He's an artist, soca dolly. Where is that? He's dressed like a dolly. And dance. Andy si Mongol morning. All the Andys, it has some other Andys there, you know. Oh, Pundit. Nazim is an Brian John. Morning. What that Pundit name, boy? Kasim. Morning. Imam. Morning. Imam Kasim and sorry, no, let me say it right. It's Imam Kasim and Pundit Rafi. And it has some other pundits and imams is lock on, you know. Morning to all the pundits, all the imams that are lock on, morning. Castina, I only putting in Holland, from Holland. Holland, hey, morning. Right, Holland lock on. Morning to Holland. Thanks for saying morning, man. Yes, Peter Brown, morning. But Shari, don't call me, man. Danny, Motilal, morning. You can't tell me one good thing. Shareen Williams, morning. You can't tell me one good thing. Daisy, Basio, morning. Groove Master Songs. What? Yes, New York City. Groove Master Songs. Morning to you. Patch Joseph, morning. See, I'm glad that only say morning, man. Sometimes only must send him one morning. Say hi, let me see some only who just be lock on and really don't say nothing. Kamala, see, Samlal sing morning. Ricky, morning. Sita Lalu, morning. Right, I get to see some new names that I ain't see. That right there, you know, the day, you know, but they don't come in. They starting to come in now. They say it has some people that are wrong again, so they could come in. They don't like the bullying and the badgering, and if some people making contributions, so if they come in to make the contribution, people getting on with them and all kind of bacchanal thing. So now the program cool long, it have some peace in the program. They say morning now. They're right. Come in, morning. Now see you there. I go free. 32. Morning. I now seeing you the first time too. I go free, yes. I have uncle him go free, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Nancy, Basio, morning. Ramdio, morning. Donald Lewis, I don't tell him one already. Only today Friday, you know, I done saying all this morning, yes? Who I forget? My partner Ravi, aka Postman.com. Good morning. Your father, everybody that look on. Patricia. Reed, hot in bag. All right, me I'm not telling you. All I ask you is for one good thing. You telling me now one good thing you could say that this government do, Patricia Reed? Today Black Friday sale, all yeah? Dindidial, Ramdas, morning. You telling me? All you ought to be crazy, yes? Mohan Prasad say, Andy, when all your goal be on 91.1, UNC playing up. No, we don't know. Wait. God go let we know when. That not do no UNC. That not do no. God go bless we, man. Whenever we are to go there, if we are to go there, we go. Don't worry. Mary, morning, I see her. Ricardo Williams, morning. Baby Rampasad, I tell you morning already when I was telling my baby and teacher Balmain that morning. Terry Halloberry? Where the hell is this? Nice morning. Look at, I've seen you for the first time. Who is saying morning to the Pitbull for the first time? Hey, Donna Gockens, I don't tell you morning already. Lucille, out there in Ontario, Canada, morning. Nice. Plenty of they always hiding from the Pitbull. At least now and again, let me see who. Look my church boy, counselor on the lock on the Darren Mohan. The brother that never done lock on long time, he and his wife and children them this lock on. That's why we had to bring peace to the program. Too much that kind of thing and children listening and think we don't want that. Lead up for the PNM programs them. Right here is peace, prosperity. Susan Bootman, I tell you morning already. Who knew? I ain't seen no other new name there. That is just been the background they McQueen afraid to come in. Miss Kuva, I tell you morning already. Before you even lock on, I say morning to you. I will repeat what you asked me there at all, Patricia Reed. Until after today, I ain't calling your name. If you can't tell me one good thing that the party, that the UNC do so far since in government, I can't believe in you. It means you go give me coffee and poison me because you telling me you ain't see nothing. If you ain't see not one thing, you're dangerous. Daniel Belga, good morning. Now seeing your name there too. Thanks for saying morning. Boudram, Barry Boudram. Where come out? Patricia Reed, Barry Boudram is the only menace. You want Philip, you get Philip. Philip there, he turn again. Who else he want? For he to behave himself. Omati, morning. All right, let me start the program now. Mother Bernie, I don't tell you on the whole of Tobago morning already. Mother Bernie. I don't tell all of them morning already. Right, I said to all you. Today Friday. What's on your old front burner this morning? That's husband you always look on to. Morning. Who always there but never look on? Robert Squashy. Morning. Mira. Yes. Thanks for saying morning, man. I've seen some new names, man. Yeah. Very good. Brent Williams, come after the program, boy. Yeah. Jamilia. Khan, yes, morning. Some only if I find, well, you know I just be straight, I is a plain talk person. If I find some only first name hard, and I feel only going to be, what would the man go think my name, so I just go to the second name. Right? Florita Jackman in Brooklyn, morning. Del, morning. I like how I seen some new names. Angie, no, Amelia, Hossein, morning. Very good. I seen some names that I ain't call, never call, man. Right, all you don't feel, no how now, you know. I ban all the badgeons. I get rid of all the delinquents. We only have people here. Some tell our people here will support the PNM. We don't mind that or if it go. But don't this be disrespectful. That like today I wouldn't ban her in fact. I really was looking at a relationship with her, which is Patricia Reed. Look, she laughing, laugh out loud. Laugh me LMAO. Laughing, feeling it kicks again. I dumping she. Anytime today, I not calling she name again at all in my mouth. Because I don't want a woman that can't talk the truth. That can't put a tail between the leg. Not for lying, you know. That's so bad or bad mind that they hate somebody or hate a party so much that even if they seem good, because why? If I see PNM do good, I just say, you know, Chad. Me is so bad mind, you know. I go say something. You telling me this Patricia Reed, 6 months the government come in power, she ain't seen nothing, and she want me and she to be. That is dangerousness. It means she have no humility. If I with somebody, they must have humility. Meaning, if they're wrong about something, they could afford to say sorry. I'm wrong. Think boil. Yeah. If they're right about something, be strong-minded, be forceful. Me and mind that. Let me debate. But you see with lying, you telling me Patricia Reed didn't see nothing. Just laughing. Nothing good that this government do. Let me take a call. Beulah, let me take a call. Beulah is the first one calling the. Ole, by meanwhile I'm hooking up Beulah here. What's on your old front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? What is upsetting you all? Do that for your partner. Then I will go through the 1% and them headliners and them in the papers them and see what's going on. I'm waiting for Kenrick Passard to find out what's going on. He said Trump this, that. Trump is a serious man. Andy, I know what I'm saying, Andy. But we have to go. We are going in fame and all kind of thing. And all of a sudden everything dying down. It look like America pulling out. And Maduro's still there. Kenrick and Len, we know the truth, man. The way we talk, I believe him, you know. He said Trump is a no-nonsense man. He said they ain't gonna bring no warship from Kwaide so. Big aircraft carrier. All that artillery and money. It costs a lot. Millions just to mobilize to reach across here. And yet still nothing.
Sam.
Go ahead, Beulah. Morning.
Yes, Andy. Good morning. Good morning, Ground Report. Good morning. I'm watching Lie Down here, watching audio on TV, and all the comments I reading. I see you're stressing a little bit on Patricia Reed.
Yeah, she
I just want to say
she
that
never seen nothing, you know, Beulah. That Patricia Reed, you know. Jennifer.
yeah, well,
Sammy morning. And Andrea Alfonso morning. Go ahead.
I just want to say that how if she just comment on Mr. Wall Street program and never congratulate him on his winning of gold in Mexico, why would she come in your program and say anything good about what the UNC is doing? You see, them is the PNM propagandists, and you know they have nothing good to contribute to nobody's program except negative, right? And Donald Trump, Mr. Trump, God bless that man. I love that man. And who don't like me saying it, that is all your business. And if all you're living in America, you should pack all your judgy bundle and come back Trinidad, where all you belong.
Oh,
because all you do Yeah, because they went there for betterment. And under Trump, if all you don't like Trump and all you Trump governing America and all you don't like it, come back here. You buy all your house and land here and come back here and live, right? But Trump know what he doing and people should not say anything because when they least expect it is when Trump will strike, eh? He don't want to wild up nobody. He's a very wise man.
So you feel he
And
really,
people
you feel Kendrick will start talking the truth that they ain't gonna do all of that and Trump really going from the road? You feel he talking the truth?
Trump going for Maduro, and just like how we did it with Bin Laden and all of them, Saddam Hussein, all of them, the last governments, Trump is going for Maduro. But he's not going to wisen up. A wise man don't wisen up anybody when they coming at you. Right? And Maduro had to run and hide from Trump. But that a finished day, Andy. That a finished day with Trump, you know.
But we seen all them ship and them going back one by one and all kind of back and all thing. Just now we go hear the aircraft carrier and all turn back around.
Yeah, they would do that. But they don't take all of that to take out one man, you know. It's just let's say it is like when they want somebody out, they just hire a good sniper. Right? A sniper could do that job. One man could do that job. Now I'm not saying that they would kill him, Maduro. But they train American Navy and all of them, they train to do their job and they don't do it foolishly. They just move wise. Right? And to get their prey, they know how to go about it. So that a finished day yet, eh? That a finished day at all. Trump know what he doing. Because he want to restore back Venezuela, so that people will go back to the land and be happy in the land, eh? That is why he want the illegal immigrants to leave America, because Trump want people to go back to the country and live a happy life in the country, because Venezuela have so much of natural resources that how one man could enjoy all of that with his 1% set of people and the rest of people leaving the country and running here, there and everywhere for greener pasture. So my take on it and other people take on it is Trump want to just make back Venezuela how it used to be for the people to go back to the country and enjoy the wealth of the nation. And
right.
okay,
so
and
when
you're
you do that,
listening
so
on
when you
now.
do that, when you do that, plenty of them who here and make all them tyranny and all kind of thing, them go the way then.
Yeah, they'll go the way, but remember, I think when you make a child in a foreign land, that child automatically become a citizen. So I don't know how their system is really, but yeah, they could come. Well, they could come and go. Trade could happen with America, Venezuela, and other countries around. All them things we had to look at, eh? Not just for one man want to enjoy the wealth of the nation all by himself with he people and the rest of the people in the country suffering, hungry, running here, there, and everywhere looking for a place of safety, for greener pastures. You know how many family, people don't understand that, but you know how many family that leave Venezuela? Because I talked to some Venezuelans, right, where I used to work, I talked to them. Their families scattered, Andy. Some of them brother and sister gone Colombia. Some gone in another Spanish-speaking country around. Yes, he in Trinidad here. And he said it's grieve him, right? Another one say he left here to go home to visit his mother. And when he went home and he opened the mother fridge, there was nothing inside the fridge. And when that boy was telling me, I want to cry. He said he started to cry to know that he just worked here so hard, right? And when the boy gone home to spend that time, I think that was election, was last year or year before. When he gone home and he opened the fridge, then had nothing for his mother to eat. And people have to understand that I will not condemn the people. Whoever came here, they had to walk their body. They had to do all kind of crazy thing just to earn a little dollar, right? They go on foreign nation is the same thing. And we not supposed to condemn them, but Trump, I glad Trump will open a better way if so be it, and this Maduro gone, restore back that happiness, that prosperity, that everything to that land so the people will go back home. Because if any of them who hear, they tell me personally, they say Maduro, not good man, suffer people in Venezuela, right? And it's a hard thing when you really hear some of them stories. And some of them come here good, with good education, everything like that. And they start to do normal work, like when foreigners from here leave and go to foreign land, and there's garbage collectors and all kind of thing. But they're trying to make ends meet. We're not supposed to condemn them. Then they have the few wicked ones in between who want to come here and cause crime and whatnot and thing. So I guess what Trump is doing, Trump is trying to, organize back Venezuela, bring it back to how it used to be. Once you get rid of that bad leader, because the Bible say, when the wicked rules, the people mourn, they perish. But when the righteous rule, the people rejoices, right? And if Maduro was a good man, would they leave any country and running all over? And all these people here who picking up for Maduro, why all of the pack all the judge bundle and go Venezuela rather than asking all your family or go in America to buy all your brand names and buy this and buy that and come back here and show off with it? Go Venezuela. If all you have to pick up for Maduro, go there. Because Trinidad and Tobago trade with America. Venezuela, Maduro taking everything for himself. All the natural resources, all the wealth of the land. He don't want to share it. But the day coming, it will come to an end. Right? With him and his regime, they will all fall. And I don't like how the Venezuelan, when they come out, they suffer. I traveling in a taxi to go down Sando, and I see the Spanish in the car, and he open the food, and he talking, and the man just eating the chicken, and the chicken like it have no color, it's just white and just rice. And so we eating that in the car, and I feel so sorry for him, and he going to work, and he said that's where he cook. Because we asking him now. And the chicken had no color, nothing. Like if you just boil it up. Yeah. No, it's sad. It's hard, It's real hard. You see, so it's not what I'm making up. It's what I see and hear.
So all in the car, all I see the man open the bowl. All asking the man, all asking the man, either just peep on me and
he asks if we want now. He opening it and he asks the driver if he could eat. And the driver said go ahead because he hustling to go to work that early morning. And when the man open the box, oh God, it's just rice and the chicken like it just white. It had no color, nothing in it, and I feel so sorry,
So for all you think, if all you wanted it too?
He just do it so, he hold it back and asks, if we were. So I don't know, but it just goes to show you how people, we had to make ends meet somewhere or the other. And this is a time where we don't laugh at nobody because everybody going through the struggles, the problem in different ways. And some people would smile, some people would laugh, but deep in their heart, nobody knows what they're going through. Right, Andy? So I just want to leave all over that, but Trump know what he doing and don't question it. I mean, we're not supposed to question it. Right? All the troops could come there and they could go back, but they could take one little vessel, you could take a Black Hawk that fly in the sky and could do what Trump want to be done with Maduro. All right.
So we get Beulah talking about our scenes there. She talk about that day, but we are going to some headliners there, Lennox, you pull up your papers and them there yet. I just want the starters and some of them headliners there. Before I know yesterday is Friday. To just touch base with some of them headliners and them that we go out there while I go in my phone and look for some day too. The only thing I ask is I find the things dying down. I'm waiting for Kenrick Prasad to call, right? Because I find things dying down with America and Venezuela. I find like warships going back. Kenrick call Andy. I know what I'm saying, man. They're going for it, man. And I see in the papers where Trump and them administration admitting to the Congress they have no legal thing to go in and all kind of bacchanal things. So wait, let me take this caller here quick. Morning. Go ahead, KFC, Triple G. Call here anything but yeah.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Good morning to Pastor Brula. And you know the devil know what you're doing too?
Yeah. Nah, you don't know what the devil is know what you're doing? But what happened? Why you ask me that? Let me.
Because I see Brula loving up Donald Trump. And saying Donald Trump know what you're doing.
Oh.
Maduro know what you're doing too. That's why he's suffering people and them. And they're running all over the world for betterment and all their resources.
Oh.
And then
yeah, boy.
we haven't been lunching today and even Bernard way. Because we have been lunching, we come down and see all the bosses and them down there and they
Oi.
I ain't looking for no back and no comment and trying to because when I come and talk, they say KFC always come in and talk and bring down the government and you always begging. So I'm begging in silence now. You can make a call for me? Anything in there, boy?
Oh,
I will call you, boy. Because you closer to the ministers and I want to know what's going on now, boy. Christmas coming now.
Oh, and the budget read.
And the budget read. And people getting on now low, eating and drinking. And the true supporters and the fighters who toil and fight, they tell me hold on until after the budget ending. So when I can come out and start to scream and make noise, you can get mad at that time.
They make me, boy, me, I don't go in a fan race, me, not me. All you have to call all the MPs, call all the ministers, deal not me, not Andy, na? Because then well, we call it Andy. Yeah.
Well, Andy, well, I call it and nobody replying back to me, you know. Was replying to me in the earliest, before election, no election done. Like they forget me. They take a little picture with me and thinking me and put back in the picture frame. And I suffer in silence. And I know that man doesn't have to suffer in silence. And I come out and bawl and scream and thing. So I want to come out and bawl and scream and thing now. Because you have some Texas, they go say KFC was begging. Some of them begging in silence, you know, and you know that? They're doing things behind closed doors. They scream shots in and selling things for ministers. They're holding a bygone, eating a bygone. So, and they help me now, boy. Lennox, good morning, Lennox. I'll pass and check you, boy. Bless.
Lennox don't want to get in that neither. He ain't want nobody hold he responsible to talk to no MP or no minister for nobody now. Not me. Bobby Morning. Look, Kenrick Prasad calling. Let me hear yeah. It's easy one say Trump is making joke. He say thing, but I see the whole thing dying down. You barely hear anything on CNN and BBC, Al Jazeera. The thing just gone flat. And then I seen, well, Trump and them admitting, well, there are no legal guns going in there. So I know. Ravi Nanan, morning. If you, Ravi Nanan, can tell me one good thing that the government do, I'm done with Patricia Reid. Yeah. It has some new names and all that. I ain't call yet to know. Bobby Morning. That's some new names I ain't get to call up to now. Oh, shucks. I got to call them names and them all because I can't call names again because the program are gone, right? But while going through, when I see all the name, I will think. Jopeti are now senior day too. Right, morning. Right, Jennifer, Maria, all of you. Wait, look over the spin through this. This thing take long. Angela. Whoa. All right, well, when I go through, I go see all the names. So now and again, if I call all the name Flowers, like I seen Flowers and you name they so too. All the right. I ain't get to read none of them things. So I put it back in the beginning earlier. So all they will if I inhale all the out or if I didn't acknowledge all the text, do it back. So I will see it there in the beginning now. Right? Let me hear where this man that I said before Lennox get with it. So well, while me and Lennox just debate some of those headliners and them they let me hear where Kenrick Passad who saying Rowley and making joke and all kind of bacchanal thing. Fufu and now see you the morning. Yeah. Wait me there. Right. Kenrick.
Morning. Yes, sir.
Hey, Kenrick.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with this war, man? Maduro is still there, man. It's Trump bluffing, man. America bring all our ships.
Yes, still there.
Eh?
Yes, they're sending a bigger one, USS George. They'll be there probably over the weekend. It's taking a little while to go there. It's a big ship, one of the biggest one in the world. It's bigger than the one that pack up over there, Trinidad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bigger than that.
Right, which is the biggest aircraft carrier in the world is upon our doorsteps too. But I saw.
Yeah, but it's another one coming there. Call it USS George.
So it's two?
George. Yeah, it's coming there. They'll be there.
Two aircraft carrier coming?
One big one. Then you know the biggest one aircraft carrier.
So the biggest one, they change the mind. They send back that.
No, that one of us there for purpose. But this one here, this one is the one that you fear. That one. You don't play with it. They want to come in there right now. They come in there. I don't know if they got dock over there. It's too big. I don't know where they got they got dock or still in the ocean there. Right there.
Alright, so
you know,
so
things happening, George. Things happening
things happening.
Just matter of time, you know. Nobody to go blabber them up what they're gonna do, you know. They just stay quiet.
Oh, so you feel
what they're doing is
yeah, but I see an article, Kenrick, stating that the Trump administration, admit that they don't have no legal grounds or no proper standing to go in on the ground in Venezuela and admit that in Congress. So how they go for Maduro if they admitting that?
They say that the same thing with Saddam Hussein.
Okay. Oh, they say there are no grounds to go in there. All right.
They say the same thing with Saddam Hussein.
Oh, so they just
and boom they get it.
Oh God, so they just say
I want to
that.
I want to correct you. Trump didn't take off Bin Laden. It's Mr. Obama. Right? Obama who did it. All right. So I just correct.
All right.
So
you believe that you believe the going with Maduro dead or alive? You still believe that?
Dead or alive? Yes, I do, Saddam Hussein. What they're looking for, he's hiding, and they try to really get the pinpoint where he's at, and they have people who in there already trying to figure out how to do it. You know, so it doesn't take time. It doesn't walk in somebody, run in there and run out back. No, it don't work like that. You know, remember people life involved. You know. And they'll send it, they call it the Navy SEAL or the Special Forces. That's one of the things that they're sending in over there. They are dangerous. They go in and go out. That's it. You know?
Well, all right.
That's what they do.
Well, all right.
So the rest of the show. Don't give up yet. Nobody see back in, but another one is coming, the bigger one.
Because why I'm worried now, why I'm worried now. Because if Trump and them decide to turn back and that done day, and Maduro remain there, it cannot deal with Trinidad and Tobago with gas again there, you know. We depending on Maduro to go with a new president and an America-friendly government in Venezuela, that things go back on stream. Right now, Kamala is a persona non grata and ban and they suspend all energy talks and deals with Trinidad. So it look right,
Right,
now.
that's what
Right
I
now,
heard.
it looking like we lost sin, you know.
No, I don't think so, man. It's just matter of time. He's bluffing. China said they're gonna do it. Putin said there nothing. Yeah, we didn't hear. You didn't hear what he said, right? He said that they have 2 or 3 submarines down there. If they think they could come in there, they have something waiting for them. There are 3 nuclear submarines under the water, undetected. Somewhere around, I don't know.
Waiting for who?
And
Who them
you thinking that they have anything there? They have, man. They have.
But them 3 submarine waiting for who? China or Russia if they're playing the come in?
They're waiting for like, if Putin said they're gonna make some kind of thing move or China. They're over there. That's why they're sending the USS George for backup. So that big ship, that big battleship, they have all these artilleries and air carriers, and it's very big. It's like 2 football field, 2 or 3 football field long, big. You know, so that would be there. That would be there shortly. You don't know. It's on the news and it's on the Guardian. You didn't see?
No, I ain't get to see it. Well, Lennox we will go through.
Yeah, it's on the Guardian. Ask Lennox. He'll tell you that.
All right.
He knows that.
Thank you so much.
So don't think they won't back out. No, they can't sell
back out.
expensive stuff there.
So they can't send.
They're not like that.
So they can't send all those expensive stuff and do that kind of mobilizing and back out from Maduro.
No. If they're going for something, if they was not doing it, they wouldn't have bother. But they send all the expensive. You know how much it costs to run them thing? And plus men in there with food and thing? Millions of dollars. They're not go there for play.
All right.
They mean business. And you'll say that what Beulah is saying, no, I mean that's our opinion. But they're not going there because of the Venezuela to put them back over there. There are something else within, because they don't want China and Putin get a hand on that all business down inside it, because it will be a real disaster for America and for everybody else. You see, so that is what they want. It's not that they want to protect Putin or China. It's the same crap. So America is there to protect that, but they're not.
Yeah, but look, Rich is saying, Kenrick talking garbage. Anytime Trump hit any Russian or China ship is World War III. Barry Bujam say Russia is in Venezuela. America has to stand down or risk major war.
Well, they can say what they want to know. America, and I will start with America because they're the one is powerful army in the world. Right? They got stuff that you don't know about, but I know. They would not make that mistake. The B-52, they take all of them out. I know that.
All right, Kenrick. All right.
And they don't play.
All right.
They would not take that chance, because if they take that chance, they'll cause a World War III.
All right.
You don't want that.
All right. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. I see you have up a map there showing us characters straight to Trinidad and Tobago. You heard what I'm asking, because I find like things cooling down. I ain't hearing BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera. It looked like, and then I see an article where Trump and them admitting that they have no legal grounds to go into land, any land, oh God, well, you know, attack on land, get in land in Venezuela and all those various things. Could you give us some updates? I know first it was the biggest aircraft carrier in the world was heading to Trinidad and Tobago. Now I'm hearing it's a next one coming two, meaning two. Is it that I'm wrong? Is it one or is it two? What's really going on? Because Trinidad, to me now, if America is to pull away, we really left lost. Because we need now Maduro to go in order to have any kind of deals with Venezuela under this government. What says thou, Lennox Smith?
Yes, indeed. Are you hearing me loud and clear, my friend?
Loud and clear.
Yes, indeed. Well, of course, the latter part is of your statement and your assessment clearly is very valid. It will be a little more challenging for Trinidad and Tobago if the stated, or should I say, the perceived mission is not accomplished, which is, of course, to effectively simmer down. And I don't want to use the word "get rid of" because it may cause some ripples in some quarters across the Caribbean and elsewhere. But the idea that Maduro will be there, having regard to the statements made towards Trinidad and Tobago, clearly would present some difficulty. Let me put it that way, to be as diplomatic as possible. In terms of the additional assets to be deployed by way of carriers, I don't have any information on that, except that the Gerald Ford, the largest in the world, is of course en route to the Caribbean. That much I am aware. I'm also aware that the Congress has shut down any attempt to, even though, of course, I think one of the Republicans, senators, did support the attempt by a particular resolution that was laid in that particular legislature to limit the buildup of assets in the Caribbean. So that was shut down, I think, only yesterday. So Trump and they have the right to of course, deploy assets from the defeat of that particular bill. But I think the more substantial one is whether or not there is a requirement for the president to seek the legislature's approval, according to their constitution, to wage war on land with another country, in other words. It's all right in international waters and for the purpose that was stated, because it's nothing different to bombing the nuclear facility in Iraq or getting bin Laden. It's a different case where, of course, you may be engaged in an extensive war. You need, of course, the support of the legislatures in both houses in the United States. So that is where the gray area is. In fact, one of the reports is that the Trump administration is looking to the State Department to see whether or not there is any legal maneuvering they could engage in order to avoid having to go to Congress or the other legislative arm of the country of the United States in order to pursue land activities. I think that's where the stalling is, because Trump did say that the next move will be land, and of course many of us who are very, very concerned and relish the idea that the Maduro administration may well be in the process, be no longer. Well, of course, we have to hold our breath for the time being, because of that legal wrangling that is taking place in the United States. So that is the extent to which I'm aware of what is happening. But I thought, as we would normally do, identify areas on a Friday that we would not have identified for one reason or another, either lack of time or because we simply overlooked it, in order to make sure that we have a bumper program and a very informative program. But certainly on Fridays, we try to look at other things. Well, the map you see behind me, I thought it would have been instructive to look at the distance and to clear up once and for all the what I described yesterday, and I will continue so to do, the asinine notion by the opposition leader, by people like Amy Brown and others, that somehow Trinidad and Tobago's invitation, or put another way, the presence of that warship in Port of Spain would somehow be the launching pad for some kind of military activities across the Gulf of Paria into Venezuela. And in order, of course, to make my point, I thought I would have looked at the distance between Port of Spain and Caracas. Yes, that is critical because, I mean, nobody wanting to wage war will want to do it from a distance that is inconvenient. And so I looked at that, and then I looked at where the actual buildup of the American assets are in the Caribbean Sea, and of course, its proximity, its nearness to Caracas, because the nearer you are to Caracas, clearly, that is the capital, that is the place, that is the place of the seat of power in Venezuela, and therefore you would want to be as close to the capital city as possible. We saw that, of course, with the war in Iraq. So there we go. And my examination or my information tells me that Port of Spain, where of course the Gravely was moored or was packed up, for some people to say, is approximately 619 kilometers away from Caracas, or put it in miles, 385 miles from Caracas. If once in Port of Spain, once docked in Port of Spain, of course, and that is if you are traveling by air, traveling that distance, it will be once again 619 kilometers or 385 miles away. That's by air. If it's a straight line from Port of Spain straight to Caracas, just a slightly different number, 591 kilometers, and or 367 miles. So not much a difference in terms of straight line or by air. But where the American ships are located off course of Venezuela, well, that's a different proposition. The distance is almost cut by half. So since early November, several of the U.S. warships operating in the Caribbean as part of the significant military buildup, well, the closest vessels to the Venezuelan coast would be seen, and close to Caracas, of course, is less than 200 kilometers or 120 miles. Let me repeat, 200 kilometers alone, as opposed to over 600 if you were in Port of Spain. Why are we saying this? And why did we go through all of that to tell and to inform the population? In other words, if Penelope Beckles and the others would have done their homework, they would have seen that logistically, your argument that a war will be waged from Port of Spain will certainly be tainted, will be colored, will be disfigured by that notion. And it therefore, of course, generates credibility for the Kamala Persad-Bissessar-led administration, the Honorable Prime Minister, when she said that she had no information prior to its coming to Trinidad and the purpose for which it was deployed in Trinidad, for exercises between our local armed forces and them, which is a normal thing. And then, of course, that materialized and it made its way out of Trinidad and Tobago's waters, and I'm sure to join, of course, the Armada that, of course, is just off the coast of Venezuela and facing Caracas, just about 200 kilometers or 120 miles, as opposed to a distance of 619 kilometers or 385 miles that Port of Spain is from Caracas, or vice versa. Let us get that to rest. So Penelope Beckles maybe belatedly attempted to try to justify another faux pas, another ill-advised position, greedy for power, want to hound down, of course, the present administration unduly, unnecessarily, and uninformed. We need, as a committed fourth member of the, well, not as say fourth member, but of course, as a member of the fourth estate, to tell the population that that by itself does not suggest at all that the United States wanted to launch any kind of action from Trinidad. From Trinidad, military action from Trinidad. And we have to also accept the fact that the Prime Minister said that the only time or the occasion that she will consider allowing the United States to use any of Trinidad and Tobago's geographic space is if what? Only conditional. Condition on if Venezuela invades the Essequibo, which of course is 2/3 of a CARICOM partner or friend, Guyana, British Guyana. So let us dismiss that once and for all. So it is clear that the rumor mongering and the hysteria that was created, obviously, by the opposition pretending to be officialdom, and of course generating the dumbfoundedness of certain section of the local community, generating panic. That, of course, the administration, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and the ministers that are responsible is saying, don't panic. There is no need for such action. But yet still, the opposition generating this kind of hysteria, this kind of unofficial action, pretending to be officials, pretending to be bright. And at the end of the day, it turned out to be egg in their faces. They spit in the sky, according to one reggae song, and it fell in their faces. So let us put an end to that. And just by way of physical geographic space, I did put a line there so you would see where Port of Spain is as from Caracas, and of course, and that huge distance. And let me go further. You know, we have the capacity to use the technology, so let's use it. Yes, indeed. I can draw the line on the map itself. I could put a line there, and you would see it going across there. You've seen the line, and so Trinidad, where Trinidad is, as opposed to Caracas, right? Straight line. You see, it's over 600 kilometers away. All right. So let's not waste time with that. And then, of course, if you are looking at the position of the Americans, let me just bring up that one, and let me see if I could take off. Let me take off that line that you're seeing there. I could rub it off. Yes, people. We're using the technology. We have it, and we should use it like everybody else, right? So we have. We take off that line. Let me just take off that line. And yes, let me just show you that. We take off that line, and now we're going to draw the other line where, of course, the assembly of the military assets of the Americans are located just offshore, or put another way, of course, the Venezuelan coast in the Caribbean Sea. All right, let me just put that in, and I will bring it back on for you there. So they are just about here. Yeah, just about here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, just about here. So that is over 600 kilometers away, and therefore the fears that was generated by the opposition to suggest somehow that there is something untoward, and that the Trinidad and Tobago government is not saying something and is part and parcel of some conspiracy to invade Venezuela, and of course the hysteria created in Venezuela itself. I think it was unfounded, it was unnecessary, and did not require such hysteria. But such is the politics in Trinidad, and such is the politics in Venezuela. So I thought I should make that clear. The other issue that we did not discuss that I think is related is the fact that Amory Brown, he of course made a categorical statement that the ICC may well be looking for or indicting Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, as a accomplice in this attack on vessels in international water, and of course considering it to be a crime against humanity. But I want to say categorically that there could be nothing further from the truth than that, and that it is clear that the PNM, even though of course these guys appear when they are in government to be well articulated and well learned, clearly when they are in a true situation where they don't have the frills and the support of state, of office, just as we saw with Rowley, just as we saw with Short Young, we are seeing it now, of course, with this fella called Amory Brown. Because here it is, in making his argument, he referred, of course, to Duterte, the Philippines former president that was indicted by the International Criminal Court, and he somehow made the relationship or made a nexus between his war on drugs in the Philippines to that of Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and therefore Kamala Persad-Bissessar will suffer the same fate. I mean, come on, man, Amory. You've got to do better than that. And if you are that puerile, if your mind is so undeveloped, and to me, still in the embryonic stage, then get out of politics and get out of the public space. Get out. Because there is no connection between Duterte's war on drugs, he being there, the president of the Philippines. He was in charge of the police and law enforcement agencies. He gave clearly directives on and off political stages, and of course making it a policy position of his government to get rid of the drug menace in his country. And whether people as a consequence abuse their office, and of course clearly it would have been an indirect implication for the president, because he gave instructions and therefore has to take the responsibility. And there was ample evidence to show the kind of heinous abuses that took place under the guise of his war on drugs. Amory Brown cannot, with common sense or in good conscience, relate that to Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, who expressed at best an opinion. Let me repeat. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister expressed an opinion by making the statement that these cartels have been creating the conditions for menacing Trinidad and Tobago, and therefore they should be violently gotten rid of. Trinidad and Tobago doesn't command a boat, doesn't command a helicopter.
So true.
It's not involved with a ship, even though we have 12 vessels.
So true.
Coast Guard, etc. And here it is, Amory Brown. This is significant because international people are listening to this and may well be, of course, characterizing our Prime Minister as a belligerent, as a inhumane person, etc., etc., when in fact we know the opposite is the case. So she has expressed an opinion based on the impact that such things will have on Trinidad and Tobago, but does not own the warships that Trump has responsibility for as president of the United States, and have not gone into any international water or indeed any waters within the borders of Trinidad and Tobago to execute anyone or to engage in extrajudicial killings. So it is a total misnomer, misrepresentation, and an asinine disposition of the opposition, led in this case, of course, as far as this argument is concerned, by Amy Brown. So let's get that clear. So I think I can end there. I see you're giving me the indication. Yes.
Yeah, I also see here. I just want to run through some of those things here because we still just on those Venezuela and the ports and the this and the that. So we there. So we seen two U.S. Senate vote backs. U.S. Senate votes or vote backs Trump's freedom to act against Venezuela. So you get the freedom to act against Venezuela.
Yeah, well, I did mention that with respect to assembling the assets that he have been doing since about late August. So he has gotten that. The other challenge really is to go on land and to effectively engage in warlike conduct. And that is where the challenge is. So they're looking to see if they can get around that. Yeah.
Right. So now we go to 10 minors to be charged for school violence in Tobago. We also see here in the headlines of The Guardian, 24 quarries on strike. Newly formed alliance demands processing license from government, but energy minister questions their legitimacy. We also go to here, Prime Minister promises 50,000 new jobs as she launches 2030/2035 Trinidad and Tobago blueprint. And I also seeing big people such as Norman Sabga, Anthony Sabga III, and all those various things. I also see here Jolene John. Jolene join.
All of them.
John
all
to
of them
sick.
John were making presentations. Yeah,
right.
A massive redevelopment plan that would reposition Trinidad and Tobago as the mecca of economic activities and the place to invest. That is what I took away from that exercise. And of course, the much talked about when she was in office prior, that energy highway corridor from San Fernando right to the east west to the southwestern part, Galeota and of course Mayaro, etc. A major highway will be coming, and several, of course, developmental development. In fact, I think the most, if you want to call it, most hilarious one for me is, of course, to take the Carrera prison and turn it into, of course, a resort. So you will have, of course, hotel and so on and so on, which I thought was very creative.
They said
but
that
yet still, your link, it was once a prison island, and now, of course, to be part and parcel of the economic diversification agenda of the government. I think that was creative. And of course, the Port of Spain prison, the Federal Street prison, will be turned into a sort of hub for creative persons who want to engage in the entertainment field. It will have, of course, amphitheaters and lecture halls for teaching people, and of course making certain that abstract, I will call it abstract industry, that the mental part of it, that where people creativity could be brought to the fore. So that space will now be used for that, quite apart from a number of other very, very ambitious programs. But the idea was to generate at the same time, I think over 50,000 jobs will be generated when all of these projects come into fruition. So
right,
it is called the redevelopment of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
Nice. So trying to make the lines open, the numbers to call 225-6644, 225-6644. It's done already, 7 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. We just approximately have 43 minutes here. So the lines are open. I have some voice notes to play. We have some calls to take. And let's get down cracking. While we will always touch on the other issues within the headliners of the 1% papers. I also see Raw interrupts over donkey comment during THA setting. And I see minority leader Calvin Morris.
Yeah, Morris says. What you say?
Somebody calling same time. Go ahead, caller.
All right.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes.
Gentlemen, I don't know if people ain't listening to the latest update on what is taking place with Venezuela and the United States. But yesterday in the Senate, the motion that was passed that was trying to block Trump from using ground force in Venezuela was defeated. So now he don't have any restrictions as to going into Venezuela now by using ground force. So it seems like Maduro days are numbered. And it's only a matter of time. So all this mama guy that he was trying to see if he could use Trinidad and Tobago as some negotiation tool, all that out of the picture now. So it seems like Maduro had to start eating plenty Golan Ray because there's some prison Trump going and get he now to put in anything. And you see that ship that leave France and was coming down to the Caribbean? As soon as that reached down here, Maduro done. And let me tell people something. From ancient days, we had this narrative about America war Venezuela oil, America war Venezuela oil. When Venezuela was first world status, which country they were trading with that responsible for that? When Venezuela was one of the richest countries in the world, and all the development, and it was well represented, who they were trading with? Not America. So all this dotations were people talking about the war Venezuela oil. So what China and Russia want? They want the flowers? That just to show you how dotish people think. Once you have a PNM agenda, you could never see things right, you know. Just look at the countries that China just go and play the helping out. China built a port in Sri Lanka and make them feel that how they come here to invest and all kind of thing. And with the demands of that port, they know that how Sri Lanka can pay back for that. You know, now them come and control that port in Sri Lanka. And that's what they just do with all the countries that they go to play that out to help. And China don't like their own people. You feel them like outsiders? Them agenda is to create this Belt and Road philosophy where they could link places in the world so that they would not have to leave China directly to make the trade around the world. So they'll pick out strategic places, countries, and play like they're coming to make investment in that country, help them out, and they put on infrastructure there, and they know that how that country would not be able to meet the obligations of the whatever loan they give them and thing. So they'll come now and own that infrastructure. You see what they come and do with the pitch lake down here? On that dotish people like Rowley and them? Just imagine we have a pitch lake in Trinidad and Tobago, and the same price France could be paying for pitch from Trinidad, we had to pay the same price. And that is our pitch. That's the kind of negotiation that take place with Rowley and PNM and them. And then they come and try to portray this kind of them out for Trinidad, and they're looking out for the country future and thing. Since our Rick Williams days, where the future of Trinidad and Tobago is right now, you could imagine if they didn't have PNM existing in Trinidad and Tobago and we had this kind of resources and thing, you feel people would have a dump in the entrance to the city of Trinidad and Tobago? You feel they have a place called the Ghetto in Trinidad and Tobago? Look at all the communities that wasn't controlled under the PNM that started out as impoverished constituency where people had to tote water and thing, where they are today compares to the one that were in the heart of the city and in Port of Spain and all kind of thing controlled under PNM, and make the comparison now. And that is a future you're looking for. So all this dotish talk and thing and this propaganda and this agenda of trying to manipulate and mamagai people. You see what went on in Tobago? PNM will never ever see anything again in Tobago where governance is controlled. So it come back down to this. I would say within the month, Maduro days numbered. He and Delcy and the whole regime of sort of crooks and narco traffickers and thing, bully, where they feel like they could have bully thing. And let me tell you something. You see, as you see that thing settle down there, that issue with Maduro and settle down and they re-establish the control with a legitimate democratic elected government in Venezuela, it can have repercussions for the set of little idiots and them who decided that they wanted to side with Maduro. I hope they're ready for that. Because if people couldn't wake up and see what happened to Cuba and where Cuba is today, just imagine where these little countries and them would be. Barbados and St. Vincent and all kind of thing would be when Trump decided to put sanction on them, stop cruise ship from coming to these countries and all what they depend on. I want to hear what they're going to say now. Is the same Kamala they're going to run to come back to ask if she could speak to America. Let me tell you something. You telling me that it is wrong for our prime minister to support the hand that feeding she? It's only as that dotish people who just think like Jim Jones would mamagai people and Kerr and kill them in a forest. And that is exactly what the PNM philosophy is. Mamagai the population and then starve them to death. People can wake up and see that. You have the country where your a little island depend on. The other day when they impose a 15% tariff on Trinidad and Tobago, everybody sort of ball how things will get expensive and everything. And then you could tell we know to say, the Prime Minister to say, hey, hear what? To those side with America and those support what they're doing to get rid of drugs and guns and ammunition that going into America and play users big bad John down here. And when you see they start to put sanction on with the same sort of idiot on them, they say, you see, and they promise, yellow is the code, watch how things get expensive now, watch we can't buy this, we can't buy that, we can't buy that. Yeah, they say, thank God, we have a smart, intelligent Prime Minister in this country. I could only imagine if that dotish idiot Rowley was the Prime Minister when this thing taking place. Let me tell you something, by now, man would have had to be drinking drain water in Trinidad and Tobago. If Rowley was still the Prime Minister of Trinidad and PNM was in control. Just could imagine that Rowley would tell Trump, but you can't come in my country. We are supporting America. We are what this, we are what that. By two sanctions and you'll see trouble already.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have a good day and take care, man. Later.
Go ahead, next caller. Pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm calling from Pitty Valley. There's so much thing on my front burner this morning, so much thing to talk about. But I want to talk about the president of the Nurses Association or whatever he calls it. Andy, for years there have been a shortage of nurses in the hospitals. I know because I work for 30 years in the hospital. This man is behaving like if this is the first time it have a shortage of nurses. Every day he call a meeting, he want the minister to be present. Every day is a story. 2 days ago, his new story was housing for nurses. I would like somebody to ask him, for the 9 years PNM was there, how many houses nurses got. Because I never hear him talk about this until 2 days ago, where he was having a meeting with David Lee, and David Lee called off the meeting, and he went on and on and on. So this is one of the things I would want to find out. I am reading about the millions of dollars that this PNM government paid to Maduro for the Dragon deal. All kind of money, millions of US dollars. I want to find out if there's anything that this government could do to get back the money, because we haven't received anything. We never got anything, but Maduro was paid. These sort of shameless people, and they're still talking, and they still want to know where she getting the money from. So, Mr. Attorney General, try your best and see if we could get the money back from Maduro. That's why Maduro was acting up, because he ain't getting the money again. That's why Dulcie was acting up, because she ain't getting the money again. Then by cat and bag. 9 years old, they're talking about dragon deal. Lennox, better they put back up Robinson Dragon and take it down, because we had a dragon in Trinidad already. They're going to Venezuela about dragon deal. Thank you very much and have a good day.
I agree with you. 9 years and that deal never pulled through. All that talk, all that cousinage, all that dancing when Maduro them, but they never let go the thing. They never let go the thing and the cut off. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning. Good morning to the Magnificent Tree. Mr. Smith, I'm going to talk direct to you here because I know you are against the PNM. I'm going to tell you the good things that the PNM do for this country. You remember when they had the fall in the Mosquito Creek that Munina has called the Mosquito Crack? Well, I'll tell you something what happened there. It wasn't no mosquito crack. It was, they were trying to drill a tunnel from where it happened to come out by the cremation site. And that couldn't take place. So that's why it dropped and they wasn't fixing after. In the hospital wing in Port of Spain, what happened that they have no patient? You had to land with a helicopter from the top and then come down to go inside the hospital. That's why now we have no patient there, because people cannot access it from down on the ground. On the airport, what happened in Tobago that they cut the ribbon and it couldn't be open. Right now they gave an order for them to build the type of Airbus to come into that airport in Tobago, because the small planes and them wouldn't be able to land in that airport because the wind will blow them out into the sea. Now, on the divers that died, what happened? The PNM really called them on the cell phone and they didn't answer. So they sent a message that the other side opened and they could have come up on the other side to save their life. But like they didn't read the message, that's why they died and they couldn't send no release for them. Okay, on the Elmina Clark Highway, what happened? You had some crash taking place even where one person died. What happened? When you enter the Elmina Clark Highway, you have to switch off the engine and the conveyor belt will take you from San Grande straight to the Kumoto Road Junction where you will start your car and go. If you're driving on the highway and the belt turning, you most likely will crash on the highway. On the petroleum closure, what happened with that? They was getting raw super gas from the Dragon field and also diesel. So they didn't need to refine anything. So that's why they shut down the petroleum refinery. Okay. On the pothole, what they had on the roads, what happened? They didn't fix that because as how Scotland say, if you want to roast, if you have to roast breadfruit, use a coal pot. Well, you can use that hole on the road, put coals in it, and you're all right enough. If you want to cook, you could put wood in it because that pothole, so you didn't have to fix that. Where they couldn't bring in the people from Trinidad during the COVID time, what they say is that if the plane landed in Trinidad, COVID would be coming on the wheel. So they had was to protect the people at Trinidad from the COVID coming. So that's why they didn't bring in the nationals. Also, when Beckers met with the ambassador of Venezuela, what happened there? They was talking about money. Now, they was trying to show that is 10 cents to one Venezuela dollar. So they say our money more stronger than the American money because it's a penny to one Bolivar. You know something too? What happened? Why they didn't put Stuarty as the prime minister? Because the people in Trinidad say, how he too young to become a prime minister. Also on the schools and them that they didn't open, they said they was fighting school violence because 106 schools to open. And if they had opened the school, we might not be able to handle the school violence. Mr. Smith, you could tell me if I'm wrong with that. That is the reason why the PNM didn't do what they do for Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you, sir.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Only a Trinidadian will put such a lengthy dissertation of sarcasm and string it together in that way. Well done, sir. Well done.
Morning, Andy, again. Morning. Okay. You see what Barack Paul was telling you, right? I know I didn't want to go in details like Barack Paul. I'm telling you what I know. And Barack Paul say I'm talking Tutu. You'll soon find out. Right? Who is talking Tutu? I know what I'm talking about. Alright? I live here. I know exactly what's going on. You know? So hear from the man himself, Barack Paul, and I know what he knows. I didn't go in details. But I just tell you, they're setting up everything. It doesn't work like that way. They can't go and run in just like that. They have to do what they have to do, right? And do it peacefully because reason why? Because they have too much island around in Trinidad right there and all different places. They can't afford. To do any damages or send any kind of missile because one could miss. Never know. And that's what can happen and could go somewhere else. So they would take that chance. All right?
Thank you for the love, Beulah. Andy, what's wrong with you, man? Am I the President of the United States or you? I told you that nothing happens before it's time. Sit back, buy your popcorn, and watch the movie. Maduro and his narco government will get what's coming to them before Christmas. He's going to get an early Christmas gift. Just be patient. All will be revealed very soon. Like Beulah said, take care, Andy.
Whoa, I turn out Trump, sit back. Buy your popcorn.
I mean, it's a rich mix of hilariousness mixed with, of course, sarcasm, and mixed with a high degree of seriousness because overall the situation is dire for Trinidad and Tobago. Dire in the sense that it's a make or break situation while we are being placed, of course, in a win-win situation, but there are lurking in every nook and cranny and behind every door and every wall and every crack, people like the opposition, the 12 plus 1, and we have to be very, very discerning, very skeptical, and travel gingerly across the various manipulation gateways and landscape, that or political scape that we have too. Only because we have people who are prepared to betray us, and therefore we have to be very, very skeptical.
Nice. Oh boy, Donald Trump once more.
Thank you for the love, Beulah. Andy, what's wrong with you, man? Am I the President of the United States or you? I told you that nothing happens before it's time. Sit back, buy your popcorn, and watch the movie. Maduro and his narco government will get what's coming to them before Christmas. He's going to get an early Christmas gift. Just be patient. All will be revealed very soon. Like Beulah said, take care, Andy.
Yeah, good morning, Andy, Mikey K. Good morning, Andy Williams. Good morning, Lennox Lewis. You know, I don't know, but sometimes I just wonder what going on with people here in Trinidad, Seriously, very seriously, because I came and I had a neighbor living in Tarman. Alright, I just joined a reference. And licks. Anybody she talk to, licks. Girl lead that man will kill you. Nah, I love my man. You man meet you and kill you. No, why I draw that reference to that? The PNM supporters. You understand? Some of them dying right now. And still, they're going on with this PNM people. I don't know what's going on with their head. Or learn to live now. Please, learn to live. Okay, this is Irene. Locked on and listening.
Morning to the ground report again. Let me tell that mule who was talking just now. Give back the donkey. A donkey must be smarter than you on a mule. Like you're talking, like you're living somewhere, not in Trinidad. You ought to be living under some mountain or under the ground or something and you never come out for years. So you now come out like a lose, a fowl that lost, any animal that lost and it can't find its way. Something that can't find its way and you're looking all about to see where it was. You're talking, I don't know, like you're sleeping in a tub with only barley juice. You're cooking it, eating it, and you're drinking it. Your song so nonsensical and dotish and stupid. Who paid? One more thing I want to say. I call on the contractors too. All who was foreman and supervisor in the CPEP. Pull out all the money too. All they're feeling now, they have all their money. It's alleged, and the CPEP and URP workers suffering. But they're only trying to make excuse and only hiding all the money from them. Give them money too. Put all the money, go and get the money and deposit on their account. So they know exactly all who was paying. So go and deposit money on their account too. Wickedness is not success, Wickedness and evil things are not success. Wicked man can never be successful, All the wickedness they do is fall back on you, Just fall back, remember there's a time for everything, All who have abused the CPEP and URP workers and give them scrums and collecting the billions and what of them. Everything about time to come, Everything.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, and everybody. Andy, that fella made my day today, this morning. The one who's giving the answers and the questions for the PNM. Hey, he's a boss. He need a medal. Hey, he is so great this morning. He had me here laughing, I'm telling you. And he come out with it so nice. You all have a blessed day. And Andy, I like the part with the pothole. You crack your fire inside and you roast your breadfruit. That was the greatest.
Andy, good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everybody who's on the live. Andy, listen to this now. I see this woman on Facebook talking about anti-cams and telling Maduro and them to take out anti-cams. And once that nonsense she talking. But when I listened to this woman speaking, I was wondering that because she sounds like a kind of baby now. You understand? And I was thinking, she from St. Elizabeth home or something like that or what? Because she seems to be mentally disturbed. Something seems to be wrong with that woman. Anyway, I go on. Anyway, Maduro, your time almost up by. Uncle Trump coming for you. All that big talk again, Trinidad. Give Maduro that kind of big talk. You understand? Later, God bless.
Nice, I ain't see no more voice notes. We're gonna take your time check. It's exactly 29 minutes past your hour for 8 o'clock. And you're listening and viewing the ground report. So I ain't see no more voice notes. If I ain't seen none, it means that all they send a voice note and none they send a message. So what I seen is message and I'm not seeing the voice note. Always tell all they send the voice notes by itself. Don't send nothing after. Or send it back when you send something. Or else I wouldn't see it. Okay? So now, oh, look, I seen one here, boy. Oh, boy. Nah, this voice, no, this our. Oh, boy. Right. So the lines are open here, Trinidad and Tobago, for your all calls, for all the callers that was trying. Oh, wait, look. I have a voice. Don't take the paper, boy. Oh, God, since yesterday.
Man, nobody here. Glad to hear that caller being able to identify what went on in Venezuela. And Lennox added his piece. But I am saying that what went on in Venezuela, there is a direct nexus to what's going on in Trinidad and what went on in Trinidad. That's the Chinese. The Chinese and the Russians went into Venezuela 20 years ago and convinced Hugo Chavez to basically kick out the Americans. American companies having intellectual and real property in Venezuela to produce oil and gas. And of course, be taxed and whatever by the Venezuelan government. Russians and Chinese convinced them, nah, scrap that. All could be yours. And stole their intellectual property, stole their real property, and basically handed it over to the Chinese and the Russians. And people has be vexed when the US interferes in countries for the sake of oil, but the Russians and Chinese did it in Venezuela. And that system of governance and, well, it's basically communism they adopted, is what caused the downfall of Venezuela. The caller disagreed on one thing. Venezuela has no weapons of mass destruction. None. That's a boogeyman that is being tossed around, oh, Venezuela could do this and that. No, they can't. They are very, very weak militarily. Their military is designed to suppress their own people. They have twice the number of paramilitaries than they do have of a regular army. And the paramilitaries, go Google people, Operation Tuntun. Now be careful. In Trinidad and Tobago, that has a meaning. But Tuntun in Venezuela means knock knock. Meaning if you say or do the wrong thing to the, or whatever, you could get a knock knock in the middle of the night. Right? Go ask any Venezuelan, you know. Operación Tuntun. And you see the face go white. Right? But the point is that a similar thing was happening in Trinidad, slowly but surely. I firmly believe the Chinese Communist Party captured the PNM. I've done this before. I've talked my conspiracy theory before. That's what explains Stuart Young. That's why your prime minister changed without an election. The Chinese Communist Party is the main financier for the PNM right now. Right? And they were going to link the two. There have almost been a uni-state between Venezuela and Trinidad and Tobago for the sake of the oil and gas business. Venezuelan oil, Trinidad and Tobago downstream, right? Industry, which we have a lot. Venezuela does not have much. Venezuela can't even make enough fuel for themselves. That's why Iranian diesel used to be sneaking in past Trinidad waters, allowed by the former Trinidad government. These are the things that were going on. Right? Now, of course, all that has come to a head. You have a US president who is not going to tolerate that, and he's cracking down, as he should. We will benefit massively. We will get back our fuel market in the CARICOM, which we were squeezed out by the Venezuelans. Petrocaribbean, again, the Chinese using their assets to curry favor with CARICOM, and that's why CARICOM is speaking for them. That's why we need to ignore them or leave CARICOM. I think Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana should form our own bilateral trade bloc and forget the rest of them, because they are openly, working against us. But again, a US president came along who sees through all of that. Not that the former didn't, it's just they didn't want to do anything about it. And you add in the drug issue and you get what we're getting now. For those who don't understand, we're in the middle of proxy war. It's a trade war for now, and it could get warm or hot. In such situations, you have to choose a side. I've told you all before, long before our election, our election here in Trinidad and Tobago, choose wisely because of the consequences. We did choose wisely, right? Continue to choose wisely in this situation.
Good morning, Mickie, Lennox. I hope everyone is okay. I'm calling from the UK. Just a voice note from the UK. I had to chime in on this situation with that liar, Keith Rowley. who said that he never betrayed Tobago, when in fact he did. And not only on the occasion where it pertains to the Studley Park quarry, but on several occasions. But I will stick to the point with the Studley Park quarry. In 2024, he gave his best friend, Alan Warner, access to the Studley Park quarry without a license. Eventually, Alan Warner was found, had been charged with a criminal offense of processing aggregate without a license. All right? That's what Rowley was doing to the people of Tobago. He was using the quarry for his own personal benefit and for his own personal clique of friends, and depriving the people of Tobago of what is rightfully theirs. So don't listen to that demonic Beelzebub when he comes out and says, oh, I never betrayed the people of Tobago. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And now that the Honorable Kamala Prasad, the sister, has given the THA and the Farley and the Tobago and the people of Tobago a license, he jumped out to say that, oh, he never betrayed. Yes, he did. And if Rowley was put back in office, God forbid, he would have sold the entire Tobago. He would have sold dog, cat, sheep, goat, everything from Tobago, down to the people. All right? So that's my input. Have a blessed.
Morning, Andy. Let me make something clear, Andy and Lennox. Farley didn't take nothing from him. You see greed? Greed is what killed him. He get greedy. Yeah, he win the election over without just the start. You win that one race, you have more race to run. And he feel really on top. And he forget about Tobago people. He take advice from people in Trinidad. Wait for the moment to get rid of Farley and the team. Come out and he say he firing them. But little did he know. And I praise Ho Church, may so rest in peace. Come out and say that move is a Trinidad act. That is not a Tobago act. In the Tobago act, the Tobago act, they only recognize party when it's election time. You see, the day after election, they recognize the person. They recognize you and they. They wouldn't recognize Gun Report. Gun Report was just a vessel to go in. Now they get they recognize Andy. And that is what go on. So when he think he could have fired Farley and them from the thing, he realized he failed. So you know what he do? He resigned as Deputy Chief Secretary. He started cuss them, he started call them all kind of thing that is abused now. They decided to stay in the party still, no? Carry the party name logo. But he started cuss and carry on and call them thing. They say, see this abuse? They move. But that was how to say it, boy. God just used he to form a team. He gave him an opportunity, to form a team and make Tobago better. But he betrayed him. So that is why I say, Farley them prospering and he on stagnant level. Have a great day. I'm so glad the Prime Minister come to Tobago and do it. People could be saying all kind of things that the Curry wouldn't bring no money and this and that and that and this. But always find a solution, and this team will find a solution to make Tobago greater. Enjoy the day.
Andy, Lennox, good morning. Malcolm X, you preach. And let me tell you something, Andy. They're sending home people. I have my son working there. And if I have to go by HGC and protest, I'm going to do it. I am a diehard from day one, and I am going to do it. Because all they're sending home to put who cannot do the job. And I'm very much upset. This morning, can't know what you're doing. Know what you're doing.
Bang, 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 bang.
Lennox, not now, but you want to talk on the issue of HGC and people who have a contract there and working there for 10 years and 15 years and 8 years. And now, remember, you have always said when administration change, contracts up, government have to get rid of the people that was there and put in their people, give their people the opportunity for work. But it have no way hearing and seeing our own very diehards and supporters saying that their family members who support the government and all are being sent home. How would they be able to know now? Boy, but hold on that. Let me just finish his voice notes quick.
Hi, good morning, ground report. You know what is the best thing you're supposed to be doing with the PNM? Is when they make this stupid comments and resign and apologize and all that. Just hear them and ignore them. Because when they have the population responding to them and talking about what they say, they probably start to feel good. Let the sycophants alone comment, and the rest of us just ignore them. Don't even mention what they say. Don't even do like if you heard. And let us continue with doing God's work. God in front and walk behind. They have Lucifer in front and they're just following him. But hey, the battle is the Lord's. Lucifer never conquered. Just put our trust in the Lord and just pray. As a caller earlier on talked about. Pray. Pray. God in front, we walking behind. Bless.
Yeah. So to finish it up here now, Andy, she said her husband reached the car opening the door already. So when the vehicle pulled up now was 3 female officers. It looked as though the one who was driving, she said, is that she was looking Andy, Mickie, Lennox, Metro and Tobago Central here. Pleasant, good morning. Andy, Trinidad and Tobago, there's a serious issue I want to draw to all your attention, right? Beside our little politics talks on morning and whatever it is, right? This is something I don't know other people probably experience it, but you know, anything you experience is always good to share on this nice, solid, educated, strong platform called the Ground Report. Yeah? And there's a situation with one of my family member, you know, she and her husband, something happened during the week, and I said, you know what, I will share it on this program. And probably whoever passed should probably could share their experience as well too, right? Whoever knows Shogunas will know how the place is situated in. She said on that day they was doing a normal chores, right? And husband tells she that he have something to collect. He left by our establishment and he has to go back and collect it because they called him and tell him that it finished so he could come and collect it, right? Now going on, she said to the establishment, whoever knows how Shogunas, as I said, situated, you will know the business places is on the main road itself, coming straight down to the end of the Shogunas.
Wow. There's something eventually, but I'll play now this one. I won't be able to go into the rest record. I'm going to end up 8 minutes or so. My girlie, it is central. And it's done 1:45. Right? But I'll read who they a text message here on social media. He is saying that party politics continue to destroy Trinidad. Why should a state entity employees lose his livelihood because of his previous affiliation to a particular party? That in itself is undemocratic. Democracy protects freedom of choice and affiliation. We need to change the political culture in this nation. So that goes back to our good friend Jenny, who is saying at this point in time, Malcolm X bring a talk yesterday about HGC and people working for years, losing their jobs. Lennox Smith always say about a political appointments. We will have to clear up if those positions is political appointments or if those was just contract jobs. Whoa. Right, and you know the ground report, we don't afraid to tackle or go in any direction. But Jenny now, who's one of our very own, who have attended all the protests on them, who's a diehard UNC, is saying that she will go and protest if her son loses his work in HGC. Wow. So what says thou, Trinidad and Tobago? What's your thoughts? Should the government do that or not? As we finish, 1 or 2 voice notes. They're quick because we run out of time. Central, I only finishing the first one.
There, in that area there, right? And she said when they reached the establishment now, they saw some officers was coming down, like, you know, for whoever people selling on the side of the road, you know, you tell them, the officers and them is tell them about it and they start to move the stuff or some kind of thing. So same time that they're pulling up now, the officers and them, they were coming. And her husband explained to them and let them know that he just taken 2 minutes just to collect an item from the establishment where he's going to now. They tell him, they said, okay, then no problem. Try not to stay too long because you know it's not a parking zone. He said, yes, officer, I really appreciate it because if I go down, I'll have to walk all the way back from straight down. You know, the lower part of Chicago, straight up back. It's almost like, you know, it's in the middle then, right? Where the establishment is Trinidad and Tobago. So, while doing so now, they left and they go on about the business, doing what they're supposed to do. And she said now, while he gone to collect it, she observed a police vehicle was coming down at the same time. So, there wasn't really like jumpy because they know they said they just spoke to about 3 or 4 or 5, maybe or 5 officers, somewhere around there. Because a lot of them doing a routine patrol. Throughout Chaguanas. Yeah? That's the people and them who just tell the people who not to sell on the pavement and all this kind of thing. So she said while she husband was coming back now to the vehicle, same time the police vehicle pull up to next to them and asked the question. Her husband already reached the car, opening the front door to go in. And she said that the female driver started to ask a question in an aggressive manner. Just so, and they all have to send another one because it already reached 3 something. Yeah. So to finish it up here now, Andy, she said her husband reached the car opening the door already. So when the vehicle pulled up now was 3 female officers. It looked as though the one who was driving, she said, is that she would look like the senior person in the patrol, right? She said that the person, which is the officer, was very aggressive. She said she also parked the vehicle almost in the middle of the road because who knows Chaguanas is a very busy place. And she said the driver came out, which is the female officer, and she started to talk real rough. You know, what is he doing here? So she said that she's stepping now and telling the female officer together with her husband, well, we just spoke to some officers. If you look down the road, you'll see them walking, going there, which they said they were still seeing them, right? And they gave them the permission just to take her 2 minutes just to collect the item. She was like, I don't want to hear that. What are you telling me that for? You know that kind of way Trinidad and Tobago? So She said she and her husband now was confused the way how this woman started to carry on and get on. And she said, I don't want to know nothing about them. I am here. And at the end of the day, I don't want to hear who tell all you. All you have no right to be parking up here. So we said, well, officer, it's not like to say somebody parked up here. We just pull up here, even the officers and them who was now passing here. So when we pull up and they give us the okay to collect the item and leave our way and go. You know Trinidad and Tobago, and still on top of that, no matter what you tell that individual, those three wicked, I have to say it, those three wicked officers and them, right? The people and them say no matter all how that they tell them, it's 2 minutes. Even the person come out now and tell them, he even leave other customers because he observed something was taking place with the guy who just came to the establishment there. He said he come out and he said, but that is unfair because look, the man now come by me just to collect a little thing and that was it. They said even people on the roadway, even other people was observing the unfairness that how these officers and them carrying on. So let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. You see the reason why the police service can never, ever, ever get the respect. You understand what we're saying? You see how they can never get the respect from the citizen in this country? This has nothing to do with no government thing because them is doing things to make this government look bad, right? So you know on top of that, Trinidad and Tobago, the outcome is, you know she still issue ticket to them and saying about here's a no parking zone and this and that and the other. Let me tell you something, and as the same thing she said she tell them wickedness will pay. You understand? That didn't call for, and even other people are telling them the same thing she said. That didn't call for. The man pulled up just 2 minutes just to get something, and they say the manner how she carrying on too. You understand what we say? The manner she carrying on is very, very unprofessional. Because I could understand when she explained it to me, she said, girl, I'm in total shock up to this very moment. I said, girl, don't worry. At the end of the day, whatever way he does do things, to deal with things according. You understand? To his own terms and conditions. So these officers and them who have probably nowadays or whatever, the police service needs to kind of tie back in the officer and try and have some kind of training with them, boy, because that is not the way. Because even in the past and all too, I had my situation as well too. And trust what I'm telling all you, Trinidad and Tobago, these people don't really have no respect in speaking to people. You understand? And they don't know across some time here in Tingen. So here we're going on. I got to rack up, right? So Trinidad and Tobago, we are one people, one nation, one love. Unity will always be the code, and it's that.
Pleasant good morning, Mikey, Lennox, and Andy. And Andy and Lennox, after seeing that thing they're rolling out there in the future, I guess what we could say is that I don't know what country that will be. That can't be Trinidad with all our niceness going on happen there. Well, boy, I live in a foreign country now, yes, as they say. Yeah, congratulations. Government, job well done in the future. Yeah, things go happen. And better bottom line, within 5 years, I sure 99% of them things will be completed, because it's full steam ahead, as it is say. Well, I think it's a good thing, and that is what the future is. We headed for a first world country type of scenario. So good job to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, as long as everybody, the people of Trinidad, get on board. We need everyone to get on board now and just put up whatever it is, if it's one brick, as it is say, or one grain of sand, and we'll get there. So it's for everybody, and especially for the younger ones. Them future looking good. Blessings, everyone.
Morning to the ground report, Lennox Smith. Morning to the ground report, Lennox Smith and Michael Kerr, wherever you all are today. Morning. I'm yet to hear or see one of the CPEP workers from within the constituency, I from which is more Laventil, Mover, Chenapu, all these areas. I call on people who know CPEP workers. Could you tell me how many CPEP workers are back out on the job site? How many of them is back out? And if the government need more time, say so. Just say so. To save people from coming and gossiping and set out garbage within the community. Because I'm telling you, that local election coming, the PNM is building a momentum on the ground from those same CPEP workers if you all don't place them. And it seems like they are not being placed. It's alleged they're not being placed. People just angry and waiting. Let us talk facts with CPEP workers. Are they starting to go back out to work on the East-West corridor? Yes or no? If you callers know anybody from CPEP who got into the government sector and working, send a text and say yeah or nay.
Andy, good morning to you, Lennox, Mikey, Newbie, and to everybody out there. And yeah, I'm going to give you a quotation. Warren Buffett said, the most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. And I want to extend that to the PNM, to the 19 opposition leaders in the PNM. Stop digging yourself further into that hole. Stop it. The first one that digging and like, I don't know, like he can't seem to come out or find his way out of anything is Amy Brown. Coming to talk a sort of crap, a sort of who shot John about Mrs. Prasad Bisasa will go before the International Criminal Court just now. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Man. If Rowley didn't go before the courts, Mrs. Prasad Bisasa not going anywhere. Because for what Rowley did to the people of this country, we haven't forgotten, you know. We have not forgotten. Yes, some people are upset with this government now. I don't know for what reason, because they ain't getting things fast enough. But she never did. She will never do to the people of this country what Rowley did to us. And all you have no shame. Like the Likoto Jambi eat all your shame. No shame whatsoever. Marvin is the next one. Coming to talk about, oh, they never explained what happened on Friday. Explain what? That was the work of the PNM propagandists. And all you want, the government who was sitting in Parliament when all the bacchanal was going on outside, right? Who know everything that's going on with national security, sitting in Parliament and all you outside causing panic. Everybody know. And I want to tell Stuart Young too, opposition leader number 3. Get away with it, all you lie. And I'm calling on our supporters. All you stand strong, push back on them. Push back on the PNM propagandists on them. Because they in every nook and cranny. And Andy, let me tell you something here. Patricia Reid, whether it's a man or a woman, is a big PNM propagandist. You might feel she disrespect people in a kind of sarcastic way. She ain't no saint. She's a snake in the balize. I'm telling you that because I'm on the receiving end of her tribe, right? And one thing that I was glad to see is that the Answer Macau group said they lost 14.9 or 1 million in sales, in profits. It's good. It's good. And that is the power of the people. All you have to start doing it to the Express and the Newsday too. If they cannot report properly, blang them. Blang them. Stop buying the newspapers. Thanks a lot, Andy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Time check. It's 1 minute to the hour, yes. 1 minute to the hour to 9 o'clock. Today is Friday. Phone ringing down, voice notes coming in. Swift like that. Go ahead, call and make a choice.
Yeah. Phonetic is phonetic.
Hi, Andy.
Go ahead, call.
Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Orlando, boy.
Go ahead, Orlando.
Go ahead, Orlando.
Yeah, I have one thing to say, boy. I wonder where Sinanan was all the time, boy. Like, he hate to see Stone and all, too. He just come out just so, and when the people in Tobago started to sell their product, he come out. Where does come from, boy? They want nobody to survive in this country. Them rich already. That man buy K-Donor for 18 million and sell it for 190 million to the PNM. Them fellas don't want no poor people to get rich, boy. Them alone want to get rich. Because he just sell the product. He have all the trucking companies, so he doesn't need that product. Free, he just get free. So them fellas don't want family to sell it and make $1. You see how bad them fellas is? As an Indian, I'm an Indian, but he's a bad Indian boy. I don't know where he had a born somewhere, boy, not in India or something. He had a born somewhere where he had no human. A very dishonest fella, boy. He don't want nobody survive at all. All 6 months you ain't seen he. As the stone come out of Tobago, you see he. But he trucks need the stone. He's Calco. So he need the stones on him. Anyhow, thank God for that, and they're gone. They go stay right where they is. Nothing good them fellas though, like not a thing good, not one good thing for poor people to survive on that. Them mean to say push it down the drain and let the water take you out the sea. Thank God it have a God. Everything go work out good, man. I what I have to say this morning.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice. I got all the voice notes out the way, including reporter voice notes. Although my boy reporter laugh out loud. Look at you, okay? Look at me. Again, let me play reporter voice note once again. He's a good one. He have been around with us a long time. He always accusing me of being biased. He always accusing me of not wanting him on the ground report. He always accusing me of ignoring his voice notes. He always accusing me of not taking his calls to make to have his contribution on the ground report. Far from the truth. And he's not the type of person. If I not on somebody, I tell them I not on them. I don't hide. Seko was say, I'm not on the bacchanalists on the ground report, and all them people and them that on stupidness and bringing the program into dispute, to leave us alone, don't call the program, go on Olympian program, that is how it is. If I have an issue with you, reporter, I say plain, reporter, here it is. I have an issue with you, to hell with you, go on every damn program, go on the other program, but talk me, you can do what you want. But I don't have an issue with you. It seems like you have an issue with me. So I'm going to play reporters' voice note again.
Morning to the ground report, Lennox, Smith and Michael, crew, wherever you all are today. Morning. I'm yet to hear or see one of the CPEP workers from within the constituency, I from Richards, Moore, Laventille, Mover, Chenapu, all these areas. I call on people who know CPEP workers. Could you tell me how many CPEP workers are? Morning to the ground report, Lennox Smith.
Go ahead, caller. Lady, last call. No more callers. Let me just finish our voice note, please. Go ahead.
Andy, this is reporter here. Sent 2 voice notes. One of them is the same. The 2 of them is the same thing. No long they with that double tick, my brother. You could just highlight it.
Check and see. All 2. You send 2. One all saying right. The same time. The next one saying the same time.
Yeah, because I sent it before while I hear you saying that you see the message, but one message.
Right, but what I'm showing you is the 2 you send. You're going to put up a snapshot on the screen for people to see. 2 what you send is the same thing. It's showing the same time. It's the same thing.
Yeah, because
you send 2, check your phone. Yeah. So you make a mistake. And you call in.
I didn't make any
check
mistake.
And see. If you send 2 different voice notes, you'll see one saying 2 minutes. You'll see the other saying 1 minute and 30 seconds. You wouldn't see the 2 saying 1 minute, 1 minute. So it's the same thing. You make a mistake and send. So please, if you have a next one, please send the next one. You send 2 of the same thing.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Andy Williams don't lie, you know. Right. Lennox Smith, you will get to see for yourself. Let me put up, and you know what, I get him that respect. Some people say, don't worry about that. No, I respect the man. He have been in the vineyards with the ground report for quite a while, right? But I had to do this because I see him play now, where he on me. And when people on me, I just have a problem, you know. Especially if I'm not on them, you know. So right. So let me show here Mr. Reporter's text. Right? Let me put it across. Lennox Smith, watch at it. Right. Open. Right. Look at his name here. Peter. Right. Peter. Right. What you all seen voice notes sent here today, Trinidad and Tobago? Today. What you see sent today? This is today. 1, 2. Check the time of the voice notes today. Check it. 117, 117. What's the pattern? 2 same voice notes. Watch right here. Mark today. Where tell me what they sent 2 different voice notes to me. Check it. Today. 117, 117. Laugh out loud. Look at you, okay, Andy? You send the 2 damn same voice notes, partner. So you see this? After today, knowing that I realize you're on me, you come in here and no humility with yourself. You himself say, Andy, I'm sorry. I make a mistake. Check it. Lennox Smith, am I in line with what I show you all day?
No. It looks very valid. Because it's a today.
2 and 2 are the same voice notes.
All you have to do is to just say that it was inadvertent, it was a mistake, and let's move on.
But again, that is when people on people. That's when people fabricating in the head that somebody don't like them or somebody not on them. So they don't get to see the real thing. So they start to make mistakes on the self. Well, till they show up the self, that is them on the Pitbull. So reporter, the hell with you. Whether you call this program, whether you don't call this program, whether you, the hell with you, partner.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams.
That I sound like a man, Lennox Smith, that get fed up of people accusing me of not wanting to play the voice notes, not wanting to take the calls.
The calls. Yes.
And all them kind of thing. I's only human. On a board here. 3 computers, a whole board, a whole set of things to do. At that time when I might be calling and not watching the phone. And I'm doing something else. I'm multitasking.
Yeah, maybe giving them a day or 2 in the studio may well generate the reality of the challenges and the complexity and the multiplicity of actions that has to take place in order to have a program like this every morning. There are days that are going to be very, very smooth. There are other days that are going to be rough. And there are other days that are going to be any variable of the in-between.
And
so
anybody will get problems and feel a how when people continuously accusing them of being biased or not wanting them to get on the program or not wanting to read. God!
Human, so I trust that a reporter takes it in the vein that we are expressing it, very objective. And let's see how things move from now.
All right. So reporter,
we have
that done there. Organize now. You go ahead, Lennox Smith. Close off again, reporter. Whoever is your next voice note partner, send it. Send it to Monday.
Question of the AGC. And
which is a very important thing, AGC.
Yes.
It have a lot of our supporters, our family members.
Otherwise, you want to tell Trump, don't put his people there. So democracy provides the opportunity for people to be selected that the party or the party in government believe that will serve its agenda. That is the reason. The ultimate philosophical and practical underpinning of that is that their people is expected to carry out their policy, because we live in a antagonistic political environment where everybody looking for, depending on on where you are on the political divide. So that's the first thing. Secondly, there is a responsibility clearly for the administration, new administration in this case, and let's be practical here, would want to make sure that their people get in position once they are political positions. If they are not political positions and people were found there, but they, for one reason or not, they have an overlap, then of course activists like us probably could make some kind of intervention,
right? But what
in order to, soften things,
to soften things,
to
but
generate focus.
But here's the big question I want to ask you, Lennox Smith.
Political appointments must be replaced,
right? But
and is usually replaced.
But what I would like to ask, because Jenny and many of our supporters, including Malcolm X and many people who are family members there in the AGC and all those various things, would you be able to tell us if those positions and those people that is sending home that have contracts, is those political appointments, or it was just a regular work? I don't know.
That is the case. Once they have the option to say we are not going to renew, then they are political appointments. Let's not waste time with that. If the PNM comes into office, they did that, I mean, from time immemorial. So let's not waste time with that. But however, I'm saying that people like our friend, we should have
Jenny and Malcolm,
the foresight, the initiative to bring it to the attention of those who are making the decision, so as to be eclectic, so as to save those persons who really and truly are our people, but are undeserving of the acts that has been brought down on the political opponents that occupy political office, and that they too find themselves as part and parcel of those who are on the other side, meaning that they are facing the dislocation.
So Jenny's son and all of them who work in there, whether it be 10 years, 8 years, 12 years, now wherever it go, that's how it go. And if God forbid, which would not happen no time soon, PNM come in power, whoever there will be axed the same way, however. But Jenny them still have the opportunity, being loyal supporters, to talk to the powers that be, to give breaks to people that they know supported.
Be scared, don't be timid, and get an audience, find a way, just as how you find your way on the ground report, find your way in where it matters. All these political, well, I should say, all the elected representatives and ministers have offices and so on, whether it be ministries or whether it be their constituency offices. Find them, and of course,
which means Lennox Smith,
find a number for them and
get
just
to them.
Persevere. You will succeed.
Right. So which means Lennox Smith, find a way to let the powers that be know. Here it is. Remember, I support all here. This is my son name. His contract is up. I hope in all who going home that my son contract will be renewed. That we're talking about right there, Smith.
Yeah. Look. Let me give you a practical example. A lady who has worked tirelessly, well known in the Port of Spain South constituency, but she worked in other constituencies. So Kidesha Amin, for example, the Minister of Local Government and so on. And what I did, she said that her son, he's a bit challenged and she would like to get him something to do based on the drive that is happening now. But she's saying that Kadisha is very difficult to get her and so on. So what I did, I called Kadisha, and of course she told me that she's busy, but send her a text. I did send her a text, and I did tell her who I'm talking on behalf of, and I did give her a number. And the fact that the lady has not returned, I have to assume that all is well, all is not well. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Those of us who are independent, you see, I have been struggling with that for years. I think for Mr. David, the list for Mr. David, I think he might be turning in his grave now, that the ordinary people on the ground who support the party from the grassroots level are always seen as political utilities. We must be able, of course, if we are good when you're looking to win the elections, we must value ourselves when you have won the elections and are in office. And too often, what happens is that everybody, like crab in a barrel, they then seek for themselves. Everybody. And 5 years pass, and but we must have a committed group who are saying, listen, no, these people have worked, they come to you, especially if you have some leadership or some influence, and you use what you have in order to assist your colleague who would have been in the vineyards just as you at one point in time.
Right, next question before we go. That question is based on we good friend, Mr. Reporter. You heard his voice note. Mr. Reporter is arguing that he would like to know from anyone if any CPEP or URP, but he really did say only CPEP, worker have get into any of the makeshift jobs that have been rolled out thus far, knowing that the Christmas season is so close. Yes, Lennox Smith.
That is a legitimate concern. Let's not waste time. That's a legitimate concern, having regard to the fact that Christmas is so close, and indeed Carnival following, and therefore people are looking to put something on the table, so to speak, for Christmas, especially because of the cultural realities. But to answer his question directly, I don't know. However, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to find out or attempt to find out. So, but of course, we have to know who are the people you are referring to. So there must be names, there must be when they have made the application and so on. Those persons who applied here, I am doing my best to see whether or not we can get them in wherever they can be placed, quite apart from the fact of the rollout of the second phase yesterday. I want to tell Mr. Karanaj that it was not about details about the first phase, the 20,000, but it was about actually the launch of the second phase, that redevelopment plan for Trinidad and Tobago, which would now facilitate over 50,000 jobs. But of course, it's going to happen over time. All of it is going to happen simultaneously. That is humanly impossible. But I want to commend the government for so quickly having such a massive, complex plan for Trinidad and Tobago. Siwak Singh, of course, the Minister of Works, Jolene John, and the Prime Minister and so on, they must be commended. It means, therefore, a lot of the consideration during the campaign and when they were in opposition clearly fed into that, and therefore it was easy just after 100 days to produce such a massive short-term, medium-term, and long-term plan.
Nice. So somebody said, Nick said, Andy, you did not have to buff up Reporter like that, man. That was wrong. All right. Again, I did not buff up Reporter based on his voice note that he sent. We only heard Lennox Smith said that he had a legitimate question that he's asking. Right? I buffed him up of technically accusing me of only playing one of his voice notes when all two of his voice notes is the same damn one voice note that he sent today. And I'm still awaiting the second voice note that accused me of not playing and saying, hey, it's two voice notes I sent, it's two voice notes I sent. Not acknowledging it's the same two voice notes you sent. Okay? Nice. So trying to make don't forget.
You're only human.
Exactly. So trying to make
if you're tormented sufficiently, you will of course launch forward. So that is in good spirit. It doesn't mean that there's any animosity or any long-term fallout in terms of disaffection. Let's get that clear. We don't accept anybody.
Totally clear.
We make our position clear. That's what we have done.
And we normally next time. At the end of the day, Reporter is my partner, you know. Reporter long, you know. If he wasn't somebody I cared about, I wouldn't have go through all that explanation. I wouldn't have think because I was hurt. Because he's somebody that I respect, somebody that I check for, somebody that I'm aware of his long work and sacrifice with the ground report and with all of us. Hence the reason.
And Ort, frankly, should have known better. Ought to have known better, yeah.
So, and that was all. If it was somebody that we didn't care about, the hell with him, I would have nothing to tell him. You understand? So, Reporter, wherever is the next voice note Monday, please God, You will get that played. Keep up your good work, my brother. You struggle for the people of Laventille and environs. May God continue to bless you. May you stay the good reporter that you are and always will be. Again, tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, Lennox Smith. Well, I don't know if it's tonight or if it's a day, because remember, he makes up his time to make sure them on George Street, they ain't come and beg him for no beer. Worse yet, beer's going up. So before you say
you couldn't hit the nail on the head more accurately.
So long time.
You're the button.
Long time he used to say he will be wrong there from 6 he go and chill out, 7 he go and chill out. He don't say time. For all you know, when he come up the program now, he might be gone there. Because you know they ain't coming out. And for all you know, later on when you know they're coming out, Lennox Smith done when they dance, enjoy himself and lime day. Because you can't afford for 5, 6 of them.
You have to adapt to suit. They say that when, of course, you roam, do as he roams. And the person who that stupid to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they have to be either mad or totally foolish. And so I have taken and I've learned my lesson or my lessons. So that's how it is. Catch me if you can.
Semantics. You say reporter never said he sent 2 different voice notes. At the end of the day, it's 2 voice notes he sent. He was technically saying that I didn't play his next voice note. Again, 2 voice notes he sent today, which I showed today. And today's 2 voice note that reporter sent to the Pitbull, which the evidence was there, what I show you all, is the 2 same goddamn voice notes.
And you couldn't say next. You couldn't say next if there was not an additional one.
Exactly.
In other words, you could say next if there wasn't more than one.
And Lennox Smith, and you heard him, Lennox Smith, you heard him say the next. You heard him say next. Yeah. I and all heard him say next, as in next voice note. Come on, we in this business long. We could read between the lines, Trinidad and Tobago.
I mean, to be fair to him, it could be that he probably was saying that I didn't hear that one, but it have a next one. It could be.
Yeah,
that
it could be that
well,
and all.
Yeah,
Or it could be saying too.
So we have given him a window of relief, so to speak, as well.
Or you're right, Lennox. Or it could be saying the next voice note as in yesterday on, and not the 2 today on.
Yeah, it could be that, and it could be, of course, the other one that he might have
sent maybe
things minutes or seconds later.
Yeah. All right, all you. So on behalf of the team,
that's typically human. That's how humans operate. So that's just a human scenario that all of us from time to time may experience. So we're not going to make a heavy weather of it.
Right. And only why I get on so because I heard by him too. Because it's not only I see it. Because at times I being straight, Mickie Kerr will come and tell me why doing my reporter that. Why you're not taking reporter calls? Why you're not playing the boy thing? And telling me reporter is complaining to him that I am ignoring him. I don't want him on the program and all those things when it's far from the truth. At that time, Lennox Smith and all told me why I ain't taking reporter
I
and
was
all.
going to confess and say,
tell them Lennox, tell them the truth.
That as well.
So that's why I get defensive.
Andy is at master control and therefore he controls it. Only today, of course, I try to do a little situation to give the distance between Trinidad and Venezuela. I think it worked well. So we have the technology where we can do those kinds of things as well.
Right,
from where we are in different places, located.
So I hope reporter all understand and everybody understand because I'm not that type of person, right? I just blow it up there because again, besides I seeing and reporters sending messages to me telling me, you ain't playing my thing, you're ignoring my calls. All right, Andy, and thing. Mickie Kerr telling me the same thing, or reporter complaining to him how I operating so with him. Lennox and all complain to me that why I operating so with reporter when I really ain't doing reporter nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and reporter, if it is worth anything, Andy is speaking the truth and nothing but the truth, and that is, of course, in all sincerity. All right.
Nice. So that is why my blood just went to my head, because I have got plenty complaints that I'm not facilitating him. And when I do facilitating him, he and all still always on me. Look, you ain't playing my thing. Yeah, this, yeah, that. Although Lennox did tell me, he did tell reporter that A is multitasking, and he will never do that for spite. Mickie tell me the same thing, that he did tell reporter, and he will just never ignore you for spite, and he will take your calls. So reporter, I am happy to take your calls. Yes, one of the foundation men. You have been around long, but you continue to wrongfully accuse me of not wanting you to be a part of the Ground Report program, or fighting you down. I have no reason to fight you down, reporter. You are one of us, and a strategic one of us, I must say, and a wanted one of us, I must say, and a person that always comes with good contributions, I must say. Okay?
Yeah, he's consistent.
Exactly.
That's one thing with him.
So, reporter, you do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep up your good work, and I look forward Monday, please God, for your contribution on your favorite program, The Ground Report, my brother. So until tomorrow morning, please God, everyone, we are out of here.
Tomorrow morning or Monday morning?
Shucks, Monday morning all here.
Yeah, reporter, you caused that.
Monday morning all here.
So you can smile now. You can smile now, reporter. You get him. All right, people, have a wonderful one, and God bless. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Kevin is now. Kevin say, okay, Andy, go double palm, we know double palm hotel with reporter and settle it. You see this kind of thing with them is, and I laugh it. I just had to laugh it out. These callers are never shoveling through, you know. Johnny's now saying, okay, Andy, don't treat him like a spoiled child. Ann Bong is saying, Andy Monday, right? Patricia Reed. Another one bite the dust. No, he ain't bite no dust, Patricia Reed. Sandy Jones is just laughing like always. Laughing. All we got to go.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.